Hello everyone! Welcome to another playthrough of Monster Hunter Ace Attorney Edition. Today we're going to be hunting this big thing. It's going to be tough. I don't really have any equipment or, armor or good weapons or anything. I just have objection! And, what was that other thing? Eureka! I have that sometimes. But, yeah, I'm gonna try to win, and, it'll be great. Alright, where were we, guys? Where were we, folks? J-Man's here. That's where we were. How you doing, J-Man? Good to see ya. J-Man's first. Huzzah! Oh, crap, we're in the middle of chess. Uh-oh. Alright, guys. I know I don't like to say this, but this would be a good time to say it. Lock in. I am not yet a perfect servant of the law, that much is true. No, you are a human being, and that was an act of simple human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Cavell, and you are allowed to have them. About the president's death, too. I can't still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Tarusaurus. Hi, Ultimulti. How you doing? J-Man, Babe-Man. Hope you're doing good. Forgive me, but I should probably explain. Is that true? He died on the set of a movie? Hang on a minute. Give me a second. Okay. He died on the set of a movie. He did. Interesting that you should know what Tarusaurus is. Oh, I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace. Something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big building. She isn't fooling anybody. She's clearly very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winner, who seems to have disappeared, along with some vital evidence. Lol. How have you been? Perhaps if she won't tell us what she discussed with the president, we should try to find out what else she might be hiding. Hey, Captain Chips. Captain Chips, I've been stuck on this chess thing for 10 hours now. You said you would be here immediately. Where the heck have you been? If you don't do the coming of the here sooner next time, I'm showing you all the Fred movies back to back. Except I can't do that because they're not all free on YouTube right now. And I'm not renting them. You can bet your booty on that one. I mean, hey, what's up? How you doing? Did it 2 minutes earlier than you thought I would? Cool. So, maybe not 10 hours then. Franziska stopped in to take Mr. Winner's place in the trial. Hola, J-Ham. J-Ham. But how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely in in ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if one it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should surprise no one if the accused goes free. Alright, I do not remember what her stink is. And, yeah, we'll just play it by ear. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winner's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly, too. La 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 la. Law, says J-Man. Wait, 2? Does that mean there's somebody 2 you're worried about as well? Ah! I imagine that their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I am a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. You're a servant. I'm not a servant, I'm a person, and my name is Gavelican. The recess I call was only a short one. If you have nothing further to say, I should be on my way. No, wait! Seems I chose the wrong moment to hold back. Alright. Thanks, Captain Chips. Give me a second, guys. Slash ban Captain Chip. Nah, I'm joking. We are all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. You've been here for 2 weeks, J-Man. I hope they've been a good 2 weeks. But we're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else, we're just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. Ah! You are right, of course. I am in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Gavel, just tell us the truth. What's going on? I'm... What do I do? What do I do? I've never seen her lose her composure like this. I should ask her who this person she is so worried about. The professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human being underneath. Alright, there's a lot of choices here. When did your friends say they were in love with a judge? You don't blame them? With this judge here? Like, right now? Are you with friends? Judge Gavel, who are you so worried about? And where are they? My apologies, but I simply cannot tell you that. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. I should try another tack for now. The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Winner? Gavel is indeed a beauty. She is. Despite being so rough. He has not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. His father was a twat. Of course I'm worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him. Let's see. Test? It's an ordeal. Don't lie to me. I'll expose you in the end. Nope. Nope, not a test. I guess it's abandoning him. Unless it's neither option. That's not what you thought would have been. This game is throwing you for a loop. Yeah, I don't think it's this one either. She is a tough participant. J-Man, you have school? Oh, I bet you're so excited, kiddo. Oh, you love school, remember? Your favorite subject is... I don't know. No? Okay. She wasn't being cagey or hiding anything. He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can be... Oh, that's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I did. Oh, child. She's talking about you, J-Man. Who would have thought? That poor child? Who are you talking about? Nobody! Please! It was nothing! Ignore it! Judging by the look on her face, I definitely shouldn't. I think I might prove to be a valuable clue. Judge Gavel, who are you so worried about? Time to deploy my clue. The poor child is missing, aren't they? Science and social studies. Ah, nice. Science I might have been good at. Social studies were not really my thing. Count STEAM, but that's just a connection. STEAM? Ah. And since you say child, I suppose we're right in assuming that this person is a minor. I can't answer that, and I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. Let's try another tack for now. This person you're so worried about, is it Taurosaurus? You really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not a joke. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by Taurosaurus. But that was simply shock at learning how he died, and where a half-built film set on an empty lot. Taurosaurus who? Hey, Hedgewolf! Oh, Steam Lab? I never heard of that. Is it cool? Hi, Hedgewolf, though. What's up? Good to see ya. let's kick this out of the park right now. Okay, so it's not wide. Hedgewolf, you're just in time. We're doing a chess game. Oh my gosh. Hello, Stars Over Hyrule. Thank you for raiding. Hello, Squirrel Song, Sailor Gundam. Thank you. You're all just in time for a big chess game where I am failing miserably, but I'm still gonna keep on going. How was Animal Crossing, Stars? Did you get him? Did you get him? Did you get him finally? Oh gosh darn it. I didn't want to do that. I'm messing up, guys. I'm messing up. Did you get Zucker? Was Zucker gotten it? Or is Zucker still trying to hide from ya? Okay. Up. Boom. It sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling for you. Still no Zucker. Aw, man. What a guy, huh? What a guy. Well, thank you for raiding. I appreciate ya. You are the awesome. Everyone who's here, follow Star. She good. She the good streamer. Go do it. That's not true at all. It's just film sets are places where dreams are made, and instead a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with the cast and crew. Save the game again. He's still hiding. Oh man. What a tricksy thing. Tricksy squid. Octopus. Man. I have to choose the right options. Hey, Vantera. You're just in time for a big chess match that's happening. Hope you're doing good. Hope all is well. A crew member found him. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene. A crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn. No, why? Why did this have to happen? Something about the Taurosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. Think that might prove to be a valuable clue. The poor child is missing. You're in a cell, so you might disappear, but you're gonna try and stick around. Alrighty, Edge. I wish you luck, my friend. Stand around as much as you can. By the way, Hedgewolf, do you remember that one president guy? President Lion dude? Who turned into the dopey lion person? Time to deploy my other clue. You seem to get very sensitive every time I mention Taurosaurus. The poor child you mention has something to do with the movie, don't they? Ah! How? How did you? You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us. Very well. You figured out that much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I'm so worried about, the person I'm so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn. Sean? But why? That... Let's go, brother! That's what I say, let's go. That is more than I can allow you to know. Judge Gavel, you said you would tell the truth. And if you don't give up the voluntarily, we will have to force it from you. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that. Let's abide. You might need to refresh Captain Chips again. I'm way ahead of you right now. Watch the VOD up to the point his body was found. Okay. Yeah, he's dead. Do you know Sean personally? He is famous. Righto, refreshed. Bro, that game was really good. The morning game? Or the this game? Or the your game? He is famous. I doubt there are many people who do not know him. I certainly didn't until today. Then you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I could teach you a few things. There's almost nothing I don't know about him. Oh, your game. Your game was pretty good. Watchdog. Watchdoggies. Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away. It seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up. Nah, look, I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. I should try another tech for now. We're trying to find Sean, too. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all. I need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. Should try another tech for now. Watch Dogs is good. Just met the antagonist. Hopefully antagonist bro is cool. You have 18 days left into the season in Fortnite. Ooh, cool. Oh, I need to do Are You a Fan? Do the ones who need clues are always show up on top? I don't know. Probably. Are you a fan of Sean's, perhaps? Am I? Yes, I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire. Let's bide my time and see what happens. I heard that he was filming near Big Building, so I made it my business to learn where the set was, and some other important details. I see. Suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such things. Imagine you would also have tried to learn where he was supposed to be on set. Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today. It's the guy who worked with in the first cutscene. It kinda messed up. Gotcha. I see. You made it sound like you heard that from Sean himself. I don't think he'd be sharing, that's his schedule with a mere fan, do you? No, I misspoke. Ignore me. Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to be to do with Sean, and now we know she's spoken with him. That's an important clue. Oh, do you know him? Bide. His name is Damien. Damien. I gotcha. Time to deploy my clue. I can understand you're being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him, which must mean surely that you know him personally. How did I give away so much? So the two of you are acquainted. This is surely an important clue. How are they acquainted, though? I don't know what exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You're as good as told us that it does. You've as good as told us that it does. What? Secret relationship? I don't know about that. Maybe, I might have an idea. Nah! Please, Judge Gavel, you have to help us try and find him. Help you? That would never be allowed. By whom? The goddess of justice? By the one person who knows where he is. The person who kidnapped? Sean's a bit young for that. Yeah. You are insane. You could be. Don't lie to me. I'll expose you in the end. Not kidnapped. He was kidnapped? Who kidnapped him? When even did he get kidnapped? I don't think he was, but maybe he was. I don't know. Yep, I guess he was. At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it. He's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Judge Gavel, I need you to tell me the truth. All of it. Very well. This time? Sister? Maybe. This time I will tell you everything. Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped. I knew it. But why does that have anything to do with you? I am, that is, Sean is. He's my son. What? Well, we may not have found out what she and President Wang were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Not exactly the endgame I was expecting, but that's checkmate nonetheless. Yay! We did it, guys. Checkmate is done. What? You're Sean's mom, Judge Gavel? No way. Come on, you're too young. It's true. I am Sean's mother. Look. Yeah? A magazine clipping. An article about Sean. You always carry this with you? Yes, everywhere I go. I guess you could call it a kind of talisman. That certainly speaks to the bond between them. So Judge Gavel, was he born with those horns? Yes, he was. He's part bull. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? Unfortunately, yes, I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Thinks she's lying. No, I think it's the truth. The truth! Good job, thank you. Did they make any demands? Only one, that Fifi Lagarde be found not guilty. Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there. And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling? Dots. It is. Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not guilty. That's why you came so close to declaring her innocent. I have failed in my duty to the law. I am a judge. If I cannot arbitrate with impartiality, I make a mockery of justice. And yet, I try to force through a ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest. Judge Gavel, the goddess must be furious with me, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most. Of course you couldn't. Are you crazy? Kay. No parent could just give up on their child like that. If that makes the goddess of justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. Surely you thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? She's one of my favorite characters. The judge person. Well, I think she's fine. We're gonna keep on going. She's gonna help us out. Declaring the goddess guilty, that's bold. Kay is right. As I told you, though, we all serve the law. We are all also only human, and none of us could or should be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict. Thank you, both of you, but the trial must continue. There is no escaping that. Your Honor, there you are. It seems it is time. Judge Gavel. My dad was a prosecutor. He was? Yeah, he used to work in a courtroom just like you do, and I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now. If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a suspect was guilty, that would... I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back. He would? So what I'm trying to say is, you can trust us. What do you mean? To get him back, to snatch him from the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yatagarasu, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you. The thief who steals only the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Gavel, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you? Mr. Edgeworth, I'd like to help too, if that's all right with you. Thank you. I know I am in no position to ask this of you, but please, see that he comes home safely. Oh, we will. Don't worry, you can count on us. Here, take my cell phone. The kidnapper may call again. You'll get it back, along with your son. Make Ultima say something. La 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 la, monkey, 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 he 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 he. Mods, can you ban No, I'm joking. 4.5 streams on the streak. Nice. Do you think D Killer's behind the kidnapping? I think I do, Hedgewolf. I think he's returned again. He's a big part of this. I will do everything I can to draw out the trial, but I don't imagine I can give you more than about 2 hours at best. 2 hours. That gives us until 2 p.m. Please, I'm counting on you. By the way, if anyone in chat is wondering, why is there so much dialogue? Can you get to the game already? This is the game. The game is dialogue. What if the twist and that girl with the funky hair is actually the killer? That would be crazy. And here I thought the Great Thief was on sabbatical. Well, hold on to your hat because she's back in business. Alright, let's do this. My first commission. I can afford to mess it up. In that case, we'd better start looking right away. Where to begin? Gah, where the heck did he go? Maybe he just went home. You're right, they won't be doing any filming today after all. Sure, or maybe he went on the lam. Perhaps we should see if Sean left any clues behind at the big building. Hey, what are you doing giving orders? This is the Great Thief operation. I'm in charge now. Is that so? Then what am I? You're my assistant. First assistant to the Great Thief Yatagarasu. Talk about an honor. I've been relegated to Thief's assistant. That's how you feel, but you have to watch it or you don't know what's happening. Yeah. You missed a lot, by the way. Everyone here missed a lot of cases. Or this is the final case. Let's go to work. Team Yatagarasu, move out. Yay! Jump, jump. April 6th, guys. Wonder what we'll be doing on April 6th next year. Alright, here we are. Ready? On 3. Just follow my lead. You'll be fine, okay? What exactly are you talking about? Even in the depths of night? Hey, your turn. Keep it up. Keep up, will you? Why are you making me do this? Because the Great Thief Yatagarasu just arrived on the scene of a crime, dummy. How is anybody supposed to know that if we don't announce her appearance? You may be a thief, but I most certainly am not. Gah, fine, I'll do it on my own. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, no one alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the Great Thief Yatagarasu. I'm very much aware of who you are, thank you. Now shall we get on with this investigation? Ugh, you're no fun at all. We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We'd better get started. Why is Bro so happy going to school on April 6th? April 6th? Alright, we have this photo. Let's show it to a few people. See if it jogs any memories. I see someone familiar immediately, guys. It's Mr. Taxicab Guy! Oh ho, hey there, pal. Why the long face, huh? Ever think you ought to maybe lighten up a little? Did you take on any passengers here this morning? Does a witch wear a pointy hat? You bet I did. Just the one fare, mind you. And who was that passenger? It was 2 guys, had on these black suits, real sharp looking. Did they have a boy with them? This boy. Nah, like I said, it was just the 2 of them. Alright, never mind. Thank you for your help. But you don't end school till June 3rd? June 3rd. Enjoy, or I guess hold on until then, is what I want to say. A very good day to you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir. Huh? I'm not a prosecutor anymore, but he doesn't need to know that, I guess. Good day to you, officer. Can I ask why you've been posted here? Me? Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on things. Excellent. And perhaps you can tell me if any vehicles have come in or out of this morning. None except the taxi and that blue truck over there, sir. Only 2 vehicles have come in or out. That could be useful to know. So long, bro! Who's so long? Are you leaving? Does this guy look familiar, guys? This man right here? Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see. Wait, you're... This is Will Powers. He is an action star I met on an old case. He is also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. Long time no see indeed. Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, Great Thief. Mr. Edgeworth has been working as my assistant. Good to meet you, but thief? Mr. Edgeworth has been assisting a thief? Let's not worry about that for now. We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's alright. Sure. I don't know if I can be of much help to you, but sure. There's a new Aminu game called Metaphor. Ooh, is it good? Or does it look good? So he'll be one of Sean's work colleagues. I guess we better just dive right in. I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, yes, but I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course. But if you're Kay's here's assistant, I guess this is her case? No, that's simply... I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one. Don't encourage her. Alright, I'll need you to give me straight answers. First of all, this case. Have you noticed anything perhaps you could give me your impressions. Alright, sounds good, J-Man. Is that supposed to sound like me? My impressions? I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim and all, but is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry. I think it's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now. Right? I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer either. Because you were due to finish shooting soon? No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they got ready to make a start. Guess the plan was to shoot the rest of it on a lot back at Global Studios. I've been so worried that about everything, what with people spreading out those rumors too. Rumors? Yeah, this journalist keeps coming around. Y'all been hiding real monsters on that there set of yours. Y'all can't do that, I'm gonna expose y'all. She's always saying stuff like that. I think I know exactly who this journalist might be. Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought you maybe knew her. But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean? You start your new schedule? Ooh, I hope it's a good schedule. And not, awful. Not a really bad one. Are you kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job. Aww, poor guy. So you've all been working hard on the movie? Yeah, it's the first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everybody else over at Global Studios. Only they put this kind of energy into making a new Steel Samurai show or something. What role are you playing in this one? Me? I'm Tarasaurus himself. No way! So you're the star? Well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see? My face won't ever appear on screen. Really? So that's pretty amazing. Wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of those horns. I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You can't really climb inside that part. Oh, I get it, because I'm an outsider, right? That's not the issue at all here, Kay. Tell me about Sean Fenn. You have an art last period? Hey, at least you're ending your school days on a good note. Can I ask you a couple of questions about Sean? Sean? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him. Does he do that a lot? Yeah, kinda. If we take 5 mid-shoots, you look around sometimes and he's just gone. Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to? Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set, though. Huh? You did? And where was he headed? He got on the site bus. But I was checking some equipment over, and by the time I looked back up, he was gone. The site bus. I wonder if he left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers? Sure. You'll have to excuse the mess, though. Alright, let's see what we can find. Site bus. Is this it? Let me in. There's an array of filming equipment here. Are you getting ready to shoot something? No, nothing scheduled for today at this location. It's just a case has gone missing. Case? What is he talking about? Yeah, all that stuff there is normally stored inside a large case. But I look away for 5 minutes and it wandered off somewhere. Sounds like there's a thief around here. But what exactly was taken? Just the case, as far as I can tell. Why only take that? I would have been more interested in what was inside it myself. I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than its contents. Did they need to put something in it? Where would Sean have been sitting? Sean? Oh, that's his seat with the backpack on it. There's something poking out of it. A videotape. Huh? We use these when we're shooting. Why would Sean have one? Was there something he wanted to record? This could be a clue. Do you have a way for us to check what's on the tape? Sure, there's a couple of monitors set up right over there. Alright, we're gonna watch TV, guys. You ready? Alright, hitting play. It's Sean. Is he rehearsing his lines? Sean was there on his own running his lines. There's a clearly visible footprint right there, which means this must be from last night. Yeah, he does this sometimes. When he's not happy with the scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it on his own time. Wow, he's really dedicated, huh? Sure is. He may be young, but he takes his craft seriously. You gotta admire it. Well, that part of it, at least. The using the kit without asking part, not so much. And would he able to use the equipment on his own? Sure, if all he wanted to do was shoot something pretty basic. Huh? What is it, Kay? What? Where did Sean go? He ran off somewhere. And just left the camera running? But Kay being so worried about a thief is kinda ironic. Very silly. It stopped. I guess he ran out of tape. So that's all that's on there? Sean's rehearsal? Psst, guys. It's a map of the area around the big building. Let's take a closer look. Oh my gosh, look at all of this stuff. Mornington Park, Harbor. There is so much crap here. This is the big building itself, so that's where we are right now. It's kinda cool looking, but I still can't quite bring myself to like it. I'm not surprised. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you never wanted to come here again. Hey, when this is all over, when we have the whole case wrapped up, can we maybe come here just for fun? We can bring Gummy too. You don't let the past drag you down, do you? It's an admirable quality, I guess. Let's think about that later, shall we, Kay? The case isn't over just yet. We can't afford to start making plans for when it's done. No fun. Fine, let's hurry up and solve this little mystery, shall we? Dawn Street... Sanitation plant. Kay's too worried about being called herself a thief, then trying to help with the case. Poor Kay. The Sundown Sanitation Plant. What, do they make cleaning products there or something? Sadly not. I think they just incinerate all the garbage the trucks bring back. By the way, Kay, you seem a little antsy. Oh, it's nothing. Hey, did you see up on the other corner of the map? There's another garbage facility. Indeed there is. I imagine it probably fulfills a slightly different function. There seems to be quite a few facilities in the area. Yeah, that place is littered with them. Really? That's what you were so excited about? A third-rate pun? Okay. Mornington Park. I don't really buy into all that stuff, but they do say the light from the sun in the morning gives you more wrinkles, right? And why are we talking about this? Why do you think? Because they called it Mornington Park. I'd certainly like to be basking in the morning sunshine without a care in the world right now. So, does anyone remember this? Sunshine Coliseum? The Sunshine Coliseum, they hold all kinds of events there. Yeah, I wanted to go to the World Thief Symposium, but they canceled it this year. It was so cool, thieves from all over the planet all gathered in one place. I mean, there was that thing when they arrested pretty much everybody who attended, I guess. And some people did say the whole thing was just a trap set by the police. And yet you still wanted to go. If you all forgot, mainly Captain Chips and everyone that was watching before, this is where the Gaviners played, and where that case was. There's a garbage processing facility right next to the fishing port there. Do they process garbage they pull out of the sea or something? I guess they might, but I doubt that's all they deal with. So what else? Oh, like garbage that washes up on the shore? Shells and fish bones and stuff? Well, who throws that stuff in there in the first place? Huh? They should be ashamed with themselves. Didn't they ever hear of recycling? You could make earrings and necklaces and... yeah. You had people from the UK and Thailand watch your stream? Ooh, nice. Ventera. I like that about streaming. People from all over the world see it. I'm like an ambassador. Whoops. Well, we've seen everything on this map. You've seen everything, guys. Okay. Taxi, copper. Sean, are you in there? No sign of him here either. Kinda thought that basket on the back of the truck there looked suspicious. She's not wrong, it does. Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck? The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while. No way! You can tell just from that? And if it's been parked here a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We don't really have time to stand around waiting until they get back. Psst. It's midday already. You think Judge Gavelle and the others are doing okay? I'm not sure. How long is it realistically possible to drag out proceedings, I wonder? We have to find Sean. Indeed we do. Aw, heck, not like that, dang it. Oh, jeez. They're both here now. How you think we're gonna get us a scoop like that? Sorry, Chief, my bad. How many times I gotta say it? We're scoop fiends, wild critters that survive on scoops and scoops alone. Every second we ain't scooping, we're starving. It's scoop or die out here. Yes, Chief. Well, look who it is. Although I can't help but wish it wasn't. When did those two get here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, we should go talk to them. Should we? Ugh, fine. Everyone really is gathering up for this case, guys. All the players from each and every case. Who are we missing so far? Miss Lloyd calls you Chief, doesn't she? Sure does, because that's exactly what I am. She's my number one cub reporter. Seems my unique brand of shutterbugging caught her eye, so she came to me to learn the trade. She may be a scribbler and not a snapper, but for both of us, hungrier for scoop 24/7. And besides, who doesn't want to be called Chief, right? Miss Hart's pictures were what drew Miss Lloyd to her. Suppose it's no surprise that this particular chief attracted an apprentice with such unique tastes. Sure, she doesn't score no big stories just yet, but she's hungry. Boy, she is. Hungrier than me, even. And she wants a Taurosaurus exclusive batter, and then a coyote wants a chicken. She's been turning this place upside down all day looking for leads. She has? Maybe she knows something about the kidnapping. I think we should ask her, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Agreed. We need all the help we can get to find Sean. And I can think of one piece of evidence that might encourage her to tell us what we need to know. So now that the story of the underground auction is in the bag, what's next? Come on, as if you need I ask. Taurosaurus, that's what. Fate done dropped him right in my dang lap, snuck in upstairs to cover the auction, and then he shows up right on the doorstep and stomps big old footprints everywhere for good measure. And do you have a particular news outlet in mind for this big scoop? Huh, does a bear do its business in the woods? I got me 2 or 3 in mind. That'll be all over this like a rash. Heck, there's even one right there in the big building. Tabby and me, we're in and out of there all the time. I mean, mostly on account of how fond they seem to be of throwing us out of our ears. But still, sounds as if they're both more out than in. I don't remember what evidence. Maybe, the picture. No offense and all, but if you're trying to reel me in here, y'all better have some tasty bait on that hook, by which I mean scoops, and plenty of them. She didn't seem interested in that at all. Anyone have Scoops chips before, by the way? They're good. Ooh, girl can do all she wants to take photos for the good old people. Good of the people. Don't mean she won't still get a sore back from crouching behind a big old statue like that. Speaking of which, you claim that you saw Taurosaurus while you were back there? And see him dang well I did, and now I done proved he's real. don't usually do this, but you were going to say goodnight. Good night, J-Man. Good luck with your schools tomorrow. I'll see you on the tomorrows, I hope. Bye! That there's gonna do the people some good. Think about it, this changes every dang thing. I done thought about it plenty. Like I said, it's all for the good of the people, everything I do. I guess it would change things. Imagine if Gordy turned out to be real too. Right? And what about aliens and ghosts and time machines and the lost treasure of the ancients? Things'll, change once we prove all the stuff's real too. The world won't ever be the same ever again. 6 years, 6 months. Oh my gosh. Wow, I never thought about it like that. Maybe that really would be good for people. I strongly advise you to take everything Miss Hart just said with a sizable pinch of salt. K. No offense, but no. Listen here, you low-down dirty prosecutor. Tarasaurus is mine. Mine, you hear? I'll track down every last lead there is to find out that big bad bull. You see if I don't. My footprints are the finest strand of stray hair. Ain't a single teeny tiny thing about to pass by me. Strand of stray hair? That's what you were focused on. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, don't worry. You're nowhere near the stage just yet. And besides, your dad has a fine head of hair, right? Thick and healthy and, yeah. We all lose the odd strand from time to time. There's nothing to worry about, I promise. That's not what I was worried about at all, but I did find it oddly comforting. Yep, same thing. I did the picture of Sean, right? No offense, but... yeah, that's it, no offense. Gonna have to go to sleep soon too, Vantera. Dang. Not right now. I gotcha. Whenever you do, I'll wish you good night as well. Seems y'all solved that there underground auction case thanks to yours truly. You're welcome. Yeah, we owe you big time for all your help, Miss Hart. Thank you so much. The memory's completely back now and everything. Huh? You're what now? You're saying you don't lost your memory back there someplace? I know whose memory I'm more worried about. Nope. I'm not interested in a dead body. And the pin. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Top knot girly. Are you talking to me? Well, who the heck would I be talking to? What's the heck's that thing that got stuck in your scarf there? This? Oh, it's my Yatagarasu pin. The Yatagarasu is the greatest thief in the world, and... never mind all that, dang it. How come it's all wrapped up in gold paper is what I want to know. And it's fixing to melt any second. Hello? Anybody home? Talking about the big old chocolate bird right there. Didn't your mom ever teach you to treat your food with respect? Mr. Edgeworth, what do I do? Just keep quiet and weather the storm, Kay. She'll get bored eventually. Well, I did everything. Hello. Well, it ain't my good friend Ruffles. Good to see y'all again. And you, Miss Lloyd. But how come you're here, if you don't mind me asking? Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you was of course entirely groundless. But the fact remains that you were a willing participant in the stage assassination attempt. The police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions. Well, they kinda dropped the whole case out of nowhere, packed me up and shipped me home without so much as a slap on the wrist. Guess it was just their way of saying you keep up with the good work now. They did seem kinda keen to get me to never ever mention the whole thing ever again, though. Yeah, because you weren't part of the official story of the attempt on the president's life, and they can't afford to have you getting in the way of that. But Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like trying to stop a dam from bursting with a piece of tape. Not exactly the most delicate way of putting it. Wrote up the whole thing, of course, every last detail, plus a few of my own. Handed it to the paper, hopes all high and all, but nothing, not a peep. Was somebody putting pressure on them, or were the details you added a little too gratuitous, perhaps? Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately. What are you doing here at the big building? Are you reporting on something? Hey, maybe I didn't make this clear enough the first time we met. But you want a reporter to scratch your back, you gotta scratch yours first. Catch my meaning? You mean you want me to give you something you can use for an article? Bingo. And it better be good, because if it ain't, this conversation's over. I do need to know about what might have happened to Sean. I should show her a piece of evidence and see if she has anything to give me in return. Alright, girlie, here's a blue chuck for you. Prosecutor delves into his pocket. After considerable fumbling, he reveals, sorry, you're gonna have to help me out here, Ruffles. Never mind. I guess she knows nothing about that. Nope. She snuck right into the lion's den without even a thought for her own safety. Yep, the chief is a real champion of truth, alright? Ain't that so, Mr. Edgeworth? Can I say no comment? Perhaps we should reserve judgment on that until we know a little more. Nah, I'm more of a judge now, think later kind of gal myself. Ain't nothing else to tell the readers. Only that I'd like you to consider being a little more impartial in your reporting. Yeah, more of a cater to your audience, or so they love you more kind of gal. My audience is mostly the good old chief. Wish you'd at least try to take things seriously. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Nope. What about the head? What about the picture? Miss Lloyd, this picture. Say no more, Ruffles. I know what you're gonna ask. Huh? You do? You're looking for him, right? The kid? What? You just can't get out from under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow. Miles Edgeworth, trouble magnet. Pretty much sums you up, right? Is my reputation really so sordid? And now you done got yourself wrapped up in a kidnapping too? Crazy. Huh? How do you know about that? Shh, pipe down, will ya? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. I ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it up on the down low, okay? This ain't that ain't a can I want out of the bag just yet. Seriously, how do you know about it? Surely Judge Gavelle hasn't told anybody except us. I bet you just love to know, wouldn't you? Well, you can't. It's a secret. She's as stubborn as ever, it seems. Hey, quit staring at me like that. You ain't sharing nothing with the thundercloud of a face. It's her. It's her. She's the kidnapper. Murderer person. So, you know something, right? Sure do. Truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled off by two shady characters in black suits. That's trouble. What? Do you know where they went? Nope, don't got a clue. They was kind of far away when I spotted them. Lost sight of pretty quick. Dang it. Still, at least we know something about our kidnappers now. Yes, two men in black. Well, that was weird though. Yeah, they're kind of weirdos, these two. It is time for some logic. The two men in black. So we've learned a little something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw two men taking Sean away, and the taxi driver remembers giving two similar-looking men a ride. They must be the same people, right? I'd say it's a distinct possibility, yes, but there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver said specifically that the two men didn't have a child with them. Oh yeah, that is weird. Alright, let's do a little savey save real quick. Wouldn't she tell the police when she say a kid being kidnapped? 'Cause she's an idiot. 'Cause she's a big idiot, that's why. Vehicle activity, and maybe no Sean. You think, guys? We'll give these a try. Mother fudger. Vehicle activity and stolen case? Nope. Stolen case and no Sean? Gotta feed the dogs. Oh, Hey, we found one. I have no idea why that would be the connection, but okay. Gotta feed the doggies. Alrighty. Feed them, dog bros. L. No. Could it be the kidnappers who stole the case? Wait, you mean... Yes, what if they put Sean inside it? He's little enough that he'd fit, I guess. So, the reason the taxi driver didn't see him might be that he was loaded into the trunk as baggage. But why did they need to hide him? I imagine they might not have planned to originally, but they didn't count on there being a police presence here in the plaza. Right, that makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Sean. So they took a rather drastic measure. That must be it. Alright, let's go see what the taxi driver can tell us. I thought the case that was stolen was like a tiny case, like a suitcase. Not a human-sized, boy-sized case. So you can't blame me on that one. He was trapped in the case. The two men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them? Boy, did they. A giant case. Wasn't easy getting that thing in the trunk, I tell you. That settles it. They must have been the kidnappers. Where did you take these two men, if you don't mind me asking? Look, I can see this is important. How about I give you a ride there? That is a great idea. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, thank you. Heh, my pleasure, folks. Yay! Woo! Ooh, mystery area. Did he have to drive that fast? Feels kinda queasy. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You look a little green yourself. Gulp, I'm fine. The driver said he took the men to the garage of this house right here, which means this must be where they brought the case. No way! Look at the name on the mailbox. The name? What? Excelsius Winner? This must be the chairman guy's house. What? Excelsius Winner ordered Sean's kidnapping? Isn't he currently under arrest? Nice, the garage door is unlocked. You spotted that quickly, although I guess I probably shouldn't be surprised. Ooh, the plot is very thickening right now. Oh, the Ghost Rider stole Sean. Oh, duh. It smells of oil in here. I guess Winter Sr. must be something of a motorhead. Anybody home? No? Anybody? What are we, Kay? Common house thieves? You take that back. We're great thieves, and don't let me ever hear you say different. Have some self-respect, Mr. Edgeworth. She didn't like that at all. Anyway, it seems nobody's around, which hopefully means we're not at risk of being arrested. Don't let your guard down yet. We've only just getting started here. Now, let's find us some treasures. Are we supposed to be looking for Sean? You know, the missing boy. I think we know what this is. Yes, this has to be it. The equipment case that Mr. Powers told us was stolen. They folded little Sean up, packed him in there, and shipped him all the way here, huh? He's a boy, Kay, not a piece of equipment. And it's possible that he's still here. And we better find him. My reputation as a great thief is riding on this, and yours as my assistant. Sure it is. What about the gloves? Look, a treasure! These are mechanics gloves. They're designed to be worn when fixing vehicles or working with machines. They're covered in oil that looks like it must be from a machine too, and strangely dirt, an awful lot of dirt. I doubt they would have gotten like that from motorcycle maintenance. Ugh, I hate the guy, but I have to admit, I like his gloves a lot. I think we can maybe come up with a good excuse to, borrow them? I was about to take them into evidence, but now I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Alright, what else have we got? This glorious motorcycle. No way! This bike is super cool! There's even a skull over the headlight. Suppose it's designed so that the eyes light up when you turn it on. Really? Wow, I bet it's still nothing compared to when you get that steely glint in your eyes. My eyes don't actually light up, Kay. Do they? Don't they? Look at all these huge bags of flour, Mr. Edgeworth. If we had some water and a rolling pin, we could make us some delicious fresh noodles. I like them nice and firm, don't you? You have to boil them just the right amount. It's not flour, Kay, it's cement. If you mixed it with the water, it would become very, very firm indeed. Really? Wow, cement noodles. Yeah, those would probably kind of stick to your throat, huh? Just a little, Kay. Just a little. That makes me kind of worried. There's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty tools here. That thing makes Judge Gavel's hammer look puny. If I ever become a judge, I'm getting one like this. I doubt you'd make yourself very popular swinging one of those around in a courtroom. Really? Fine. What if I swung that shovel around instead? And it wouldn't be a courtroom, it would be a circus. Promise me you won't do that. Ka-thunk. Huh? There's somebody on the back there. Thud. Thunk. Clatter. Sean, is that you? Sean, stay right there, we're coming. I'm scared, guys. Huh? That's... Oh no. But, Mr. Winner? What? What's he doing here? Wait, this is Chairman Winner's house, right? Which means... Yes, it's Mr. Winner's home too, presumably. So how did he wind up like this? And tie him, Kay, quickly. It's the same scold stuff that was on the Lion President guy? What was? I was not paying attention, sorry. A little expert rope work, huh? Leave it to me. Alright, like this and through here and you're free. Are you okay, Eustace? It looks like he's been through hell. How did you come to be tied up down here? I don't know! You found me. Why don't you tell me? Because we don't know, which is why we're asking. I'm not sure you're going to be able to get much out of him like this. No, in which case, there's only one thing for it. Wait, you mean... I hate to beat a man while he's down, but it might be the only way. Are you sure? Look, don't go too hard on him, okay? You might push him over the edge. Understood. I'll tread carefully, I promise. Though I can't promise I'll be very good at it. Never held back against my opponents before, after all. Wait, are we doing another one? You're back, Ventera. We found someone in this house, but it wasn't Sean. And now it's chess time again. The last time we saw him, he was running out of the courtroom. How did he wind up in here? You don't understand. You don't know what it's like being me. Oh boy. He's been through a lot. It's going to be hard to know what might cause him to lose control. In which case, I guess I may just have to quietly listen to what he has to say. But why me? Why am I always the last one to know? Sob, the butt of every joke. He clearly has questions. I have to do my best to try to answer them. But he's also clearly in no fit state for this. Need to try and finish this quickly. Should figure out what he needs to hear, then try to calm him down. Here we go, guys. Just take a deep breath and tell me what's on your mind, Eustace. No, I will not. Even if I did, it's not like you'd listen to me. Alright, Captain Chips, when are the right times to bide here, do you think? What is this? Why aren't you shouting? You always shout objection. Better save again. I won't let up. You realize that, don't you? You're mine until I say otherwise. Nope. Well, leave me alone, please. It was a trap. He wanted me to say objection, but it was a trap. Are the doggies well fed, by the way? Are your puppy doggies? I hope they're well fed. What? You're really going to listen to me? Learning the truth about your father can't have been easy. I can only sympathize. That wasn't the hard part. The hard part was losing everything I ever had in a single morning. I feel like this dork should be easy to break through. I don't know. He has 5 chess pieces. The most I've seen out of anyone so far. You have cat legs on your leg. Ah, kitty legs. I won't let up. You realize that, don't you? You're mine until I say otherwise. Yeah, this is just a guess. I'm just gonna choose every single option and just keep on going. It was a beautiful trip. I know. Big jerk. Everything I thought I worked for, it was all a lie. Dad just made it happen. So to tell me, Edgeworth, sob, well, what am I supposed to believe in now? Sniffle. Alright, it was... Believe in yourself. You can lose faith in everything but yourself. That you have to believe in. But you don't have to do it alone. Experience I can't give you, but knowledge that I'm happy to offer. I had some time to think while I was tied up like that, and I realized something. I'm not cut out to be a prosecutor. I'm incompetent. I don't even know the right word. Believe in your cat. I will believe in Stars' kitty cat. Sniffle, why are you ignoring me? Is this some game of yours? Are you trying to make me feel even worse? Nope. Wrong. Wrong. Wrong! Mostly a listening game, maybe? Maybe. No idea, to be honest. Well, it's one of the other choices. I won't let up. You realize that, don't you? Alright, so we be rude to him. That's the right option. Be rude to the person that was tied up. She's not a good prosecutor, though. That's a he, by the way. If you mean the Eustace. I think the word you're looking for is incompetent, but judging one's own competence is notoriously difficult, so I need you to trust me on something. You're getting better at this, Eustace. Day by day, inch by inch, I swear on it. Now I need to ask you something. Will you help me out? Be rude to the poor idiot? Oh, your cat? I gotcha. I see. Well, first of all, thank you for calming down. Next I want you to tell me about your kidnapping. I need you to be as detailed as possible, Eustace. Tell me everything you remember seeing and hearing. Who? Do you have any idea who your kidnappers might have been? No, of course I don't. If I did, I'd have told you already. I'll need a clue. Why would somebody kidnap you only to take you back to your own home? Don't you think I want to know that too? I'm the victim here. What are you asking me for? How am I supposed to know? They locked me up in that box, then locked me up in here. I was scared. So scared. And did you happen to overhear anything your kidnappers might have said? I think one said, if you want to blame somebody, blame the guy who owns this house. Him? The owner of this house. That's your father, isn't it? It is? I guess it is, huh? Oh, I get it. The kidnappers were people who hated my dad. That's not it, at least not based on what else we know of the situation. But there was some kind of link between the kidnappers and Winter Sr. that could be a clue. If there was, rather. Did you have any idea why somebody might have wanted to kidnap you? What do you mean? Why does anybody want to kidnap anybody for ransom, right? I'll need a clue again. Time to deploy my clue. Your captor wanted you easily at hand, and where could be more convenient than one's own home? I hate to break it to you, Eustace, but the kidnapping was ordered by your father. What? You don't think he wanted me out of the way? That he was going to Sniffle kill me? Maybe. I'm gonna bide, see what happens. Sniffle, why are you ignoring me? Oh, this is bad. Whenever I see Sniffle, why are you ignoring me? That's when you chose the wrong one. You're back from doing the dishes, what did you miss? I'm doing another mind chess thingy with Eustace now. We found this guy, Eustace, all tied up, and now we're doing this thing. What good would that have done him? His own son dead in the family garage? He would instantly become the prime suspect. But yep, I hope your doggies are good, and your dishes are good. You're right. Okay, so why did he have me kidnapped? Well, it would have been for a ransom, not his own son. That wouldn't make sense. So his motive for the kidnapping must have been something else. This could be an important clue. Time to deploy my clue. Why would someone kidnap their own child if they were planning on demanding a ransom? Yeah, that is kind of weird. Did anything odd happen during the kidnapping? Sniffle. No, I just answered their stupid questions, and then they grabbed me. Sob! Excuse me. They're good, they're chillin'. Hey, Mafia! How you doing? The poor fool. Happy lurkin'. Their question, what did they ask you? Eek! Stop glaring at me like that! What was it again? Oh yeah, they asked me if I knew Gavel. Of course, these things are starting to fall into place now. Your father, his goal wasn't to kidnap you. He was out to kidnap Judge Gavel's son, Sean Fenn, because he wanted to force her honor in declaring Warden Lagarde not guilty. But wait, Gavel has a son? And it was all so Lagarde would be found not guilty? I think you are mistaken for Sean, and that's why you were kidnapped. What? You mean I went through all that? By mistake? Wait, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that would explain the part where... What? Where what? Have you remembered something? No, it's nothing. I'm nothing. I'm useless. Sub. Meaningless. Just go. Just leave me alone, Sniffle. This isn't good. I think I pushed him as far as he could reasonably be pushed. I have to calm him down to get him to tell me what he just remembered. Judging by his fragile demeanor, I'd say he's still suffering considerably, and to help him get back on his feet. You remembered something just now. What was it? I didn't remember, Sniffle, anything. All I remember is... Sub. Him. Let's try, Bide. Who's him? Sniffle, why are you ignoring me? Alright. Try again. You mean your father? Him? You mean your father? No, I didn't mean to bring him up. Sniffle, I'm nothing compared to him. I'd never have made the prosecutor if he didn't help me. I've been wanting to ask you about that for some time now. Why did you become a prosecutor? You mean Ultima Mod? You sure did. Very awesome it was. What do you mean? You think it too, don't you? That I wasn't meant to be one? That I'm not good enough? Good feels. Very good feels. That you did. By time. Say something, will you? You chose this path. Why? You must have a reason. It's not like that. There's no big reason behind it at all. The reason is stupid and dumb and not important. Gavel's son might have escaped, which is probably good. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Like I said, it's stupid. It probably doesn't mean much to anybody except me. Heh, I've often felt much the same about my own reasons for becoming a prosecutor. Really? You have? But you're a real one, a good one, a success. Even my dad, Sob, the chairman of the committee, said so. Sniffle. He might be still kidnapped. Yeah, I don't know if a 13-year-old boy could escape a kidnapper that easily. I mean, maybe. You wanted your father's approval. I can well understand that. You can? I thought if I became the best prosecutor out there, he'd finally accept me for who I am. I just wanted to not be useless. You're not covering for your father in any way, are you? What? No, I won't cover for him ever again. I mean, why would I after what he's done? Be abuse? You have a strong desire to be of use to him, so he'll approve of you. Is that fair to say? I mean, Sob, why can't I be? Just once in my stupid life. Why can't I make it better? Why can't I clean his name? Clean his name, huh? It isn't possible to clean a name, Eustace, but you can clear one. I never knew that. In your father's case, though, it is going to be hard. His crimes continue, yet as your kidnapping shows. Knowing that, do you still think you can help him? But what else do I have? Sniffle. What else am I supposed to do? Why don't you be the better man and rise above the father who made a fool of you? Stare him straight in the eyes and stop him from committing any more crimes. Hey, you're right. I'll prove him wrong about me. I'll prove him wrong about everything. That seems to have calmed him down again. Now I just need to get him to tell me what happened to the evidence. Let's see if I can't give him the courage he'll need to stand up to his father. Oh boy. Key pieces of evidence from the Lagarde trial failed to make it into the courtroom. As the prosecutor in charge, they were your responsibility. Did you misplace them somehow? No, that's not what happened. You haven't heard my side of the story. Alright. Brah. Bide my time. I thought I was putting them in the safest place that was. But oh, Sob, what did I do? What did I do? Being betrayed by someone you care about always hurts. Oh yeah. Betrayal is one of the worst things you can do in life, for sure. What's the connection between your father and Warden Lagarde? So sorry, I don't know much about that. You can't think of anything. Even the smallest morsel could be a valuable clue. Oh, they Sniffle. I think they maybe worked together once? And Sob. What else? Anne, what is it? What else have you remembered? I think she got the job at the prison because my dad recommended her. Interesting. And did he have any particular reason to recommend her? I guess he thought she was good at her job. Sniffle, unlike Sniffle. Me. That's insane, bro. This whole game is insane right now. It's all insane. Alright, you're jealous? I won't let up. You realize that, don't you? You're mine until I say otherwise. Yeah, that is not what you don't say to a kidnapped person. That is pretty much the opposite what you say. By time? I think they knew each other from back when he was the chief prosecutor. What was he like back then? Was he different at all? Oh, he was amazing. There wasn't a piece of evidence he didn't know, or a case file he hadn't read. Intimate knowledge of cases and the evidence pertaining to them. That could be an important clue. Bide my time. Seems he's drowning in his own self-doubt again. Guess I better send out a lifeboat and bring him in. I think I know what you thought would be the safest place possible. With your father, isn't that correct? What? Ah, he told me it would be all safe with him. He said there was nowhere safer. Well, I'm afraid he betrayed your trust, and in the ugliest way possible. So he got rid of it? Sniffle. Why, Dad? Why were you what were you thinking? Sob. Sniffle, why are you ignoring me? That was obviously the wrong answer. Wonder if this is the last mine chest, by the way, guys. I wonder. Your father wanted to obscure the truth in order to ensure that Warden Lagarde was declared innocent. There's no easy way to say this, Eustace. He used you. What? Yeah. There's a chance that the evidence is still in Chairman Winter's possession, and we still don't know where Sean is. We need to get back out there, and find him. Sob, it's all my fault. What do I do now? Sob? I can't stand by and watch him like this. He's had a brutal collision with reality that he never even knew existed. I should ask him what he means to do now. Perhaps I can even help him figure that out. There's no way around it. The road ahead will be a hard one. But maybe this is fate, and maybe my job is to point him in the right direction. So what now, Eustace? Well, first I'm going to give this stupid jacket back. I don't deserve to wear it. My dad always said that clothes make you a man, but I'm no man. Alright, here we go. Oh, I should have done clothes make the men. Sniffle. Yeah. Shut up, Eustace. Shush. Shush. We're almost done though, guys. We're getting there, I think. We're probably getting there. It's clothes make the man, Eustace. It is? Thanks, Edgeworth. I'm learning a lot from you today. That's good to hear. Now about that jacket, why don't we make you into a prosecutor worthy of it? Alright, let's do it. Let's make it so nobody ever makes fun of me again. It's 11:18, bro. 11:18, where you are now? Need to go to sleep soon. Yeah. But how? How do I get there? Tell me, what do I need to do? I just don't know, Sob. I just don't know. Well, if you gotta sleep, Ventera, you gotta sleep. I won't stop you. It's only 10:19 where I am at the moment. 10:19 where I am, and I always end at midnight. Alright. Walk the same path? Do you mean to be like your father, to continue to ignore the truth? Come on, give me a break, will you? Well, was that the wrong choice? Can a guy get a glass of human kindness when he needs one? Thought it was 11. Nope, it's 10:19 where I am, and I end at midnight. I always go 3 hours. You're talking about the milk of human kindness. I'm afraid that's not quite how the phrase is used. Huh? It's not? Listen, talking with you like this, it's helpful to me too. There was a time where there were truths I didn't want to face up to either. Yeah, I always go 3 hours each and every night. But a good friend taught me the error of my ways. That's nice, but I don't have anybody like that. Sob! I can befriend? If you can muster the courage to try to find your feet again, I'd be very happy to help. You would? But only if you really mean to try. I don't want to be like my dad. You will want to be better than him, don't you? Yes, Eustace, I see it now. Do you mean to continue working as a prosecutor, Eustace? I don't even want to think about that yet. After all, I only ever became one because of my dad. Sniffle. Probably shouldn't even think about carrying on, should I? Only you. The only person who can answer that question is you. Yeah, only you can decide what path you choose to walk. Then, I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. If I give up now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I just know it. Sob! So he intends to see this through. I'll bear that in mind. He's told me that he wishes to be better than his father, and that he wishes to remain a prosecutor. I take it that to mean that he wants to be a different kind of prosecutor than his father. That's the first important decision he's ever made for himself, and it tells us where he means to go next. Whoops! Wrong option. I did the wrong option. Bro, you're blind, I guess. It's so dark. What do you mean by so dark? Is the screen dark, or is it dark outside? Yeah. Ignore his tears and guess. But yeah, if it's dark, it means that it's nighttime. It means that the sun has gone down. If only he'd remember his own words from a few minutes ago. The decision he made should serve as a good guide to what he should do next. I did it! Be back soon. Alrighty. You want to remain a prosecutor, but walk a different path from your father, correct? It won't be easy, but the path you have chosen is that of the true prosecutor. And now that you have chosen it, when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. You're lucky. I myself still haven't quite decided what to do with my life, but you have, and that's it, and it's a choice you made all your own. Now all you have to do is believe in yourself, and in the path you've chosen. Sniffle. Wah! Mistaken for Sean and kidnapped by his own father's underlings, and losing his belief in himself as a prosecutor after his father stole the evidence. He's been through so much in the span of a single day, more than I can imagine. I know, victory. Well, it took a little longer than I thought it would, but that's checkmate. I wonder if that was the last one. The last chess. Sniffle, sniffle, no! Wow, I don't think I've ever seen him move so fast. He's practically speedy when it comes to running away from things, it seems. Well, we're back here. We're back in the big building. Gah, we don't have much time left. I think we better check in with Fender. I want an update on what we've discovered, and we need to know what's going on over at the courthouse. But Eustace ran off, right? Isn't he supposed to be the prosecutor in charge? We're just updating Fender. Nothing else will change. Franziska will continue for the prosecution. Okay. Is that really alright, though? It's going to have to be. Like you say, Eustace ran off. Hey, Donify! I haven't seen you in a long time. It's good to see you here. How have you been? Welcome to the Ace Investigations. Look, I hate to be a stickler for the details, but let's go over this just one more time, shall we? No murder weapon means no conclusive proof, means no conviction. That's all there is to it. Objection! That makes no sense. The lack of a murder weapon doesn't prove your client's innocence. Don't make me come over there and whip it into you. Eek! Eddie, darling, how much longer is this going to take? It's almost as if you're trying to drag this out for as long as possible. Sorry, thiefs. It's our friend the prosecutor over there. She's stubborn as a freaking mule. Then give me a satisfactory explanation. or I'll just have to keep whipping you until you can. Seriously? I've already taken more licks than I've had birthdays. Come on, Miles, what's taking so long? I'm happy to buy you some time and all, but I'm taking a beating here. Awesome. You've been good. Wanted to check in. You're about to start up a stream up. Ooh, sounds good. When I'm done here, I'll try and stop by. Be good, Dawn. I'll see you soon. And, yeah, be good. See ya! Oops, sorry, G. This one's important. Mind if I take it? Fine. Remember, guys, it's okay to take calls in court, alright? Especially if it's either the prosecutor or defense attorney. Completely legal and definitely won't get you into trouble. Bye-bye! Thanks for stopping by. Always good to see ya. Miles Areno! Boy, am I ever glad to hear your voice. How are things on your end? We found Eustace. Sweet. And the knife and the chisel? Unfortunately, he entrusted both to his father's care, which means the Chairman Winner is the only person who knows where they are. Chairman Winner? But why would he... We're not quite sure of the specifics just yet, but we do know that Chairman Winner and Warden Lagarde have some sort of connection they'd rather others didn't know about. Gotcha. Alright, guess the next move will be to get Excelsius Winner on the stand. Best to hear the deets from the proverbial horse's mouth, right? Definitely won't. Oh, good night, Ventera. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to see ya. I'll let you know who the murderer was. If we find the murderer, of course. Is Fender maybe the mastermind behind it? I don't think so. Fender's too good of a guy, and he was a big help in the flashback. I don't think it's him, but you never know. I'll keep looking for the missing evidence, and for Sean. Well, shake a leg, will you, big guy? Can't keep this one from going to the judges much longer. We're a gnat's whisker from a verdict here. Understood. I wonder how long Judge Gavel's nerves can hold. This can't be easy for her. We need to hurry. How are things over at the courtroom of Doom? They're going to call Chairman Winner to the stand. Who knows how that will go for them? Yeah, he's already stooped to evidence stealing and kidnapping. What else is he capable of? Exactly. Perhaps we should look over any evidence we have related to him, just in case it might help. Good idea. Alright, leave it to me. Presenting a hot new piece of evidence fresh from the evidence oven. The gloves we found in his garage? Yep, I was thinking about those. Anything else? What about this case file from the IS-7 incident? Chairman Winner was involved in that, right? Yes, he helped suppress the evidence. It probably is a good idea to have the notes on hand. I don't know if you've heard of this, Captain Chips, or saw it, but, Fender was the one who, gave Von Karma the thing. Manfred Von Karma. The thing that would make him kill, Gregory. So, he's the real mastermind behind that. The Von Karma's still a big jerk face. Oh gods. Oh yeah. Excellent. And do we have anything else? We sure do. Last but far from least, there's this. Your Yatagarasu pen? Okay. I asked for evidence related to Chairman Winner. Can you please try and take this seriously? Says the guy who spends his life presenting people with evidence that has nothing to do with anything. No, that's different. Wait, that's Eustace? Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Wah! Rude. He's totally ignored me. What was he doing in the big building, I wonder? Let's go inside and see if we can figure out what he was up to. Yes, good idea. We're back to the top again! Hey, the hatch is wide open. Maybe Eustace opened it. Did Eustace really come down here? Mr. Edgeworth, look! The safe, it's open! I guess maybe he did come down here. We'd better take a closer look. I don't think you've seen this room yet, Captain Chips. You see a lot of familiar things in this room. Like this... Were you here? I forgot if you were here or it was someone else. But yeah, the monkey thing is here. The blue badger's back there. That picture in the background. This big thing, obviously. That suitcase. That walkie-talkie. The badger mobile down there. feel like these games are a textbook of what not to do in court. I do what in the hell? That's what I say. There's some stuff left in the safe. Maybe better take a look, don't you? The owner will just have to forgive our prying. There's the Iron Infant there, the lantern with the Babyliss ink. That bull. Is it a document of some kind? Let's see. Yeah, a document. And there's a photo attached too. This picture, it's of... Whoa, that's Mr. Knight, right? The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. Why is there a picture of him in here? And what is this paperwork about? I'm not sure. Let's take a closer look. You were right, darling. There was some sort of connection between Knight and Canis. As you know, we've been trying to find out who Canis plays the silly correspondence chess games with. Well, now we know. I'll be pulling Knight into my office for a thorough grilling tomorrow, and I'll make that worm admit he's Canis' lackey if it's the last thing I do. So you do your bit too and retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. I'm sure it's still right in front of the planter where we left it. It seems to be some sort of report on Knight. Yeah, and it must be from right around the time he was killed. We know that Knight was killed while being interrogated in the prison's warden's office. I think we can safely assume that this document was written by Fifi Lagarde, don't you? I'd say so. But who was it written for? Oh, I guess whoever owns the safe? And I'd say that's likely to be the auctioneer, Excelsius Winner himself. Proof that they really did know each other. Indeed, and not only that, it proves another connection. Huh? Lagarde and Winner were trying to flush out Mr. Canis' henchmen. Oh, you mean Bowden Harma Canis, right? The assassin guy with a soft spot for dogs? Yes, something links the three of them. Something they don't want anybody to know. But what? I don't know yet, but I suspect it has something to do with this case. Everything's connected. Wait, there's something else in here we've seen before. There's something on his finger. Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring, and an expensive-looking one at that. Don't even think about it, Kay. Why, I didn't say anything. Well, well, Mr. Knight. Your chess set and your ring are here too. All your possessions are in one place. So basically, the safe was full of evidence from the murderer at the prison? It would seem so. Which means the missing knife and chisel might be here too. Knife and chisel, knife and chisel. No dice. There's nothing else here apart from Mr. Knight's stuff. Really? Curses. Knight may be dead. Curse you, Edgeworth. Our game isn't over yet. But he left unfinished business behind him. I think we need to find out what it was. Yeah, this place was the place where things were being auctioned. So all of this evidence is being auctioned off, which I think might be illegal, maybe? Maybe illegal, I'm not sure. Could I interest you two in some cotton candy, perhaps? Oh boy. I have ice cream too, but if I recall correctly, you weren't much of a fan. You! The killer! It's wonderful to see you looking so well, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you doing here? It's just as I said, I'm selling cotton candy. Can I really not interest you in some? Parting clouds, it's called. Very apt. Sweeter than death itself, and so delicious you'll feel you're parting with the clouds en route to heaven. He's the last person on earth I'd accept candy from. I was hoping to ask you about my little message. Did you manage to figure it out yet? Congratulations on another case solved, yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? Have you been watching us this whole time? Watching you? No, I prefer to think I've been watching over you. That stand here really is the most marvelous little vantage point. How are the two things any different? What does he want with us? The president's murder? Was that you? Oh no, my contract elapsed a little while ago. He was rather famous among us assassins, you know. A man no one could kill, notoriously stubborn, despite multiple attempts over the years. And it wasn't just his brawn that kept him safe. He used bodyguards, body doubles, you name it. It certainly wasn't his brawn that kept him safe. Depends on circumstances, I think. Here the police auctions were evidence from close cases. Closed cases are sold to help buff up the budget. People who've gotten crazy high end in computers and cars from things like that. Okay. So maybe it's not completely illegal. Still kinda shady, though. And after Mr. Rook died to save him, too. As I said, it wasn't me. I do not kill without good reason, which is something else I have to be grateful to Mr. Rook for. Thanks to him, I avoided killing someone entirely unworthy of my attention. Thanks to? What does that mean? The person who hired me deliberately misled me as to the identity of my target. A betrayal of trust for which I won't soon forgive them. That is why I'm currently doing all I can to track them down. And do you know what I think? I think you and I are looking for the same person. Is he talking about whoever it was that killed the president? And who is this person, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, come now, I can't tell you that. It's against the rules. Revealing the identity of a client is out of the question. I'd hardly stay in business long if people couldn't trust me now, would I? But that doesn't mean there's anything to stop me from catching up with them in my free time. And what are you going to do when you find them? Why, dish out a little justice for the betrayal I suffered, of course. What? What are you saying? What's going to happen to them? I think you can imagine. Well, this hasn't exactly been a pleasant catch-up. Ah, but I shouldn't leave you completely in the dark. There's something you ought to know. Our mutual friend Bodenhar Malcanus, he escaped 3 days ago. What? That's probably not good. Canis and the Killer are enemies of the Mastermind? Maybe. But we just learned that he's escaped, though. So who knows? 3 nights ago, to be precise, his cell was suddenly, simply, empty. Almost as if he knew I was coming to pay him a visit. Wait, the Killer went to visit Canis in person? Does that mean he's the person the Killer is looking for? Now, I'd better not take up any more of your time. We'll be seeing one another again soon, I'm sure. Let's both keep up the good work, shall we? We'll run into each other. We'll run our target to the ground in the end. First the Killer, now Canis. 2 assassins on the loose. Guardian Angel assassin not threatening at all. Yeah, maybe. Huh? That sound. Mr. Edgeworth, it's Judge Gavel's cell phone. Could it be Sean? How's it going, Miles? Whoever this is using a voice changer. Who is this? It's your friend in the red raincoat, of course. Red raincoat? Uh-oh. You're the one who's abducted Kay. Bingo! Well figured out, Mr. Genius Prosecutor. I can't hear, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, where's the speakerphone button? I was as surprised as anybody when she lost her memory like that. Talk about a curveball. Hey, I'm standing right here, you know. But never mind all that. I called to talk about something else. Yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Truth is, I was the one who made Big Bad Chairman Winter kill little Miss Rosie Ringer. What? This must be the person the Killer was talking about. I also called to say thank you. Neither want or need your thanks. Sure, but you deserve them anyway. Guess the penny didn't drop yet, huh? You're right, I abducted Kay, as you put it. But why would I do that, That's right, because I needed you to help me make sure that Winter got caught. No. If Kay was a suspect, you'd have to look into it. And if you looked into it, you'd be sure to unmask him eventually. After all, you're a genius, right? Everything worked out exactly like I planned. Oh, but there's something else you should know. Something you didn't figure out yet. It wasn't Winter who kidnapped Judge Gavel's boy. You. How do you know about that? You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me. How could they possibly know about that? She didn't even use her real name when she visited. She pretended to be Detective Gumshoe.
Anyway, you want to know about how I knew about the kidnapping? That's one's nice and simple at least. Because sweet innocent little Sean is here with me right now.
What? No!
Oh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. If only I could see your faces. Well, Kay, what do you say? Why don't you come and steal him back just like you said you would? You wouldn't want the amazing Yadagarasu's first commission to be a failure, would you?
Time for bed. Aw, good night, stars. I'll see you tomorrow. Or soon, either or. Good night. They even know about that? How can they possibly know so much?
Oh, don't get the wrong idea about dear old Excelsius, by the way. Papa Winner's still a villain through and through. He wanted to kidnap Sean. I just got there first.
So there were 2 kidnapping plots.
Whew, what a bunch of clowns. His goons kidnapped his own son by mistake.
Is Sean really there with you? Prove it. Put him on the phone.
Oh, he's here, but I'm afraid I can't do that. He's sleeping. So sweet.
Then why should we believe you? You might not be the kidnapper at all.
Look, if you don't want to believe me, that's up to you.
What do you want? What's the end game here? You just trying to get Lagarde acquitted?
Nope. I could care less about whether they find her guilty or not.
So whoever it is, they're not after the same thing as Chairman Winner.
My end game is going to have to stay a secret for now. Alright, nice talking to you. You kids have fun, okay?
Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this.
Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Heh, not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice very highly.
Bang. Bang? It was Gumshoe? No! Arg. Who was that? I wish I knew, but they didn't give us enough to figure that out deliberately, I imagine.
What? So we really have nothing to go on? That's not fair. They sure knew a whole lot about us.
Indeed they did. You're right. It was uncanny how much they seemed to know. How was it possible that they were party to so much that happened in private? Right? They knew of everything about the whole kidnapping situation too. Need to figure out how. Where were they getting their information from? Let's consider this carefully. What were the things they knew?
You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me. You wouldn't want the amazing Yadagarasu's first commission to be a failure, would you?
Yeah, bang is not a good sign. Bang is probably bad. They even know about that?
Oh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. If only I could see your faces.
That's it. Based on the specifics they mentioned, there's only one possible answer. Alright, I better save. I've got it, Kay. I know how they knew.
Huh? Really?
Whoever it was, they were filming us. Listening in on us? They must have been able to hear us somehow. That's the only possible answer.
What? Like they were eavesdropping on us?
Think about what the kidnapper said.
Ooh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. If only I could see your faces.
If only I could see your faces. That means they couldn't, so they weren't filming or following us.
Okay, so what? They hit a bug somewhere?
Let me take a look at the stuff in my bag. Where could they have concealed it? We need to go back to what they said again. Yes, they somehow knew about something they shouldn't have. Judge Gavel's impromptu visit and our conversation in the visitor's room. Judge Gavel. Please, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a seat. What evidence did I have on my person at the point? I do not remember. I had a whole bunch of crap. The bug might have been hidden here. Kay's pin?
Take that!
Oh, it was Kay's pin. Wasn't that the only thing I had, actually? Kay, can I take a closer look at your badge? The Yadagarasu pin? No, it's mine. What? Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, sure you're a great thief's assistant now.
That doesn't mean you get to wear the pin right away. You have to earn it. I don't want to wear it. I want to check it for bugs. Huh? This old thing? Let's take a look, shall we? Okay. Oh. What do you know? Huh? Whoa. Heh, so I was right. What did you know? Whoever it is we're dealing with, they came into close contact with you recently. When they knocked me unconscious, you mean? Precisely, which made me think that the bug must be in one of your possessions. But they also overheard my conversation with Judge Gavel when she visited me. Something that would have been impossible if I didn't have the bug on my person at the time. I get it. So you thought back over when they let you keep hold of when they locked you up. Yes, all the case evidence I was carrying had been confiscated, meaning the only thing that could have possibly have been was your pin. So they were listening to us the whole time, and they heard everything we've said? I suspect so. Everything to do with this case and more. Wait, they're probably listening to what we're saying right now. They may well be, yes. Hey, jerkface! Kay? Eavesdropping coward, why don't you come out and show yourself? Huh? What was that sound? It was her! Ow, 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 ow. Ouch, dang it. Huh? Oh, look, it's Tabby. Y'all sure know how to surprise a girl. You gotta shout that loud without a word of warning. Made me jump halfway out of my skin. Sorry. What's got you so ornery anyhow? Get a load of this. Seriously, it'll make your blood boil. It will, huh? I'm all ears. I wonder if we might be better off keeping it to ourselves, Kay. Assuming we don't want to be all over the front page of tomorrow's paper, that is. Oh, thanks. Nearly walked right into that. Aw, come on. Y'all are no fun at all. Was counting on you to opening up and spilling the beans all over this here plaza. I better switch off the bug before I forget. So, did y'all find that there kidnapping kitty? Speaking of which, the child you saw being taken away. Was it the boy in this photograph? Huh? Nah, that ain't him. The kid I saw looked dumber in mud even if he did have on some fancy school uniform. No prizes for guessing who she means. So Miss Lloyd managed to confuse matters once again. Think we better take another look around. Back to square one. Hopefully we'll turn up some new information soon. There are only 20 minutes left until 2. Are we going to make it in time? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, I just had a thought. It's about the phone call. There was the weird noise in the background, right? There was? Don't think for one second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. Bang! Yell at the person with the hostage. Yeah, I think that was a good idea. Hehe. Wait, she's right. We heard a loud bang right at the end. Could that provide a hint as to what the kidnapper's location? A loud bang, you say? I see. Gah, will you stop eavesdropping? Boy, you never get any cuddlier, do you, Ruffles? I guess I'll need to speak with Mrs. Lloyd, too. Much as I don't want to. Begin investigation, Plaza. Do I go back in here? I guess not. Not really much to examine anymore, huh? Oh, look who's here. Look who's sneaking around. Look at Mr. Sneaky Person here. Stop, Gummy. Why are you running away from us?
It's Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe. When you gave up your badge, sir, I didn't know what to do with myself. You stay right where you are, Detective. So I thought, if you weren't gonna be a prosecutor anymore, then maybe I shouldn't be a detective either. But I was wrong. Even if you're not around, I'll always be a detective. My job will always be to investigate crimes. And us detectives don't just investigate when prosecutors ask us to. We have to be able to look into stuff ourselves, too.
Is that what you were doing this just now? And back then, too. He's back, yes. You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information. Detective Gumshoe did that. So Rosie Ringer's autopsy report.
When I went down to the detention center to see how Kay was doing,
When you get to my level, you don't uncover the truth. You make it little by little. Kay Faraday, murderer, that's the truth I created.
Grr.
Yes, my boy, that's what I'd like to see.
You overheard that?
Yeah,
So I went back and looked over the evidence. Dug out a little something I thought might help.
No way, Gummy, you're the best. I'd be in prison right now if it wasn't for you.
My pleasure, kid. Good to see you got your memory back, by the way.
Thanks.
So anyway, like I said, I'm investigating stuff for myself these days, and that's that.
Wait, Gummy, don't run off again. We get it. You can look into stuff for yourself now. That's great. And it helped me right when I needed it most. But right now I need you to work with us. I'm no longer a prosecutor, or indeed an anything, but we're investigating a case regardless. And I ask you this not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us?
Oh, stop it, sir. You're killing me here.
Come on, Gummy.
Alright, I'll do it. Just stop bowing and being nice to me, okay? It's weird.
Gummy.
Thank you, Detective. So, what do you need?
Can you tell us what you've discovered in the course of your investigations, Detective?
Yes, sir. Sure I can. Alright, so I got 3 big things to tell you. Here goes. Number 1, I've got some results for you when forensics looked at Kay's clothes. Found traces of what looked to be a powerful sedative. Brand was 3Zs.
I guess that's what she was drugged with at Gourd Lake, before she was taken to the roof of the big building.
Sure seems that way. Now for number 2. I got hold of all the hostage from the security camera in front of the big building elevator.
The camera that captured President Wang and Judge Gavelle that night. The elevator is usually the only way of getting up onto the roof, correct? And therefore, anyone using it should have been caught on camera.
That's right. So winding the tape back to 2 nights ago, we should have been able to see Kay being carried up there while she was out cold.
And? Did you spot me, Gummy?
I watched it all on fast forward, everything from 2 days ago till the end.
Yes, and?
Nothing. No sign of Kay anywhere.
I thought that was too good to be true. So how did the kidnapper get her up there? I think we'll need to look into that in a little more detail. And the last item on your list?
Yes, sir. This is the big one. The 3rd thing I have to tell you is... It's great to be working with you again. I'll help you catch this perp if it's the last thing I do. That about wraps it up.
Heh, I put you through a lot, Detective. But that doesn't mean I can start going easy on you. That's the big one, as you put it. It doesn't even have anything to do with the case. I would have preferred something of practical use.
Oof, no mercy, huh? Guess I shouldn't have expected any less. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth.
Help? A boy has been kidnapped. We need your help to find him.
Kidnapped?
Yes, his name is Sean Fenn.
Oh, wait, the kid with the horns?
You know him?
I saw him earlier today.
You mean this morning?
Yeah, he got off that bus over there, and then he walked off toward the garbage disposal area.
Where's that?
Just over there. It's where all the offices in the big building put their trash before it gets taken away. Where he went after that, I couldn't tell you. I had to leave right around then.
I think we better take a closer look at this garbage disposal area. Thanks, Gumshoe, for the help. You're the best. Alright, let's talk to you. How about that? A little help from little old me, and y'all made a giant leap closer to solving the case.
Closer? Sure, if by closer you mean we wound up going after the completely wrong kidnap victim. She must have barely looked at the photo at all. Aw, really? Here I thought I'd given y'all the tip of the century. My bad. It's not your fault. It's ours for putting our trust in unreliable sources. We'll just have to learn not to do that again. Hey, that ain't nice. I don't gotta give y'all no tips at all, you know, and I won't. Not if you're gonna be like that. Alright, fine. Maybe just this one. But only because I got a real scoop for y'all this time. A real scoop, This should be good. Fine. I'm not expecting much, but you got my attention. What is this scoop of yours? Proof, that's what. Proof that Taurosaurus really is real. Alright. Okay, we're leaving. Wait. I ain't lying, I swear. Sure, it's hard to believe, but it's true. We don't have time for this. But we also don't have much else to go on, I suppose. Proof? What kind of proof? What did you capture? Did you capture something on your tape recorder, perhaps? Ooh, you're good, Ruffles. Sharper than a gosh darn tack. I captured the sound of that big old beastie. Breathing fire is what I captured. I was hoping for something a little better than that. Hey, don't make that face, dang it. I ain't lying. Listen for yourself and tell me tell me it ain't true. Alright, ready? It's fire breathing time, dag nabbit. Grrr, there, well? Kinda hard to tell over the shouting, but it could have been something breathing fire, maybe? And tell me, Miss Lloyd, did you see this fire-breathing something with your own eyes? Well, not exactly with my eyes as such. Being as how I wasn't precisely close by when it happened. Surely the real Taurosaurus would be pretty hard to miss no matter how far away you were standing. Well, see, I was far away, but also recording via what you might call non-standard means. Would you mind explaining what you mean by that? Nah, I really dug myself a hole here, huh? See, I coulda rigged me up a little wireless intercept, hoping to do a little scoop detecting. Sniffle, that's so sad. Poor insect. Not an insect, Kay. An intercept. She was listening out for radio signals. It would have allowed her to listen in on any nearby transmissions. Me and the chief have been down here at the big building sniffing around these last couple days. Looking into Miss Hart's tip about the underground auction, I assume? Which would mean that you've been listening in on all the radio signals in the area too? Sure have, which is how I wound up hearing the most thunderous ear-splitting noise you ever did hear. A pounding of feet, that electricity in the air, that was it, Taurosaurus, at last. You made up everything except the roaring sound, didn't you? The long and short of it is that you didn't actually see anything, correct? Hey, I don't need to see things, I'm a writer, you hear? Anyhow, I keep listening till down the line comes. Your pal there's a voice hollering fit to beat the band. Eavesdropping coward, why didn't you come out and show yourself? Huh? What was that sound? Heh, our apologies for that. I'm sure Kay didn't mean to bowl you over with her little outburst. I assume it was as shocking as it was because you didn't hear it directly. It came through your headphones while you were listening to the signal from the bug, didn't it? What? Are you saying she planted it? Hey, come on now, I ain't into no bugging. Just a little light-hearted interception is all. Would you mind if we borrowed the tape of what you recorded, Miss Lloyd? Gah, do what you dang well please. Pretty sure she's not supposed to do that. It might be an accident. I think I even did that one time with walkie-talkies. We got like our frequencies messed up with someone else's. That might be a different thing though. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, these two are back. Mr. Saint, Miss Barry. Why are you two still here? You three, sorry. How's the search going? Did you find him? Not yet. Poor Sean. Sean? Oh, nothing. Just a slip of the tongue. I guess they still don't know about the kidnapping. We did manage to find Eustace, yes. You did? That's great. Thanks so much. Now maybe they won't arrest me again. Alright, well I'm glad you've been saved or whatever. Alright, I can't exactly click the button.
Saint and Barry make me more and more convinced one of them are gonna be involved in the new Yatagarasu.
Maybe. Make it Barry. Or Saint, he's pretty cool too, but it would be cool if Barry was part of it too. Or, Regina, rather. I don't know, Regina has her circus, so maybe you, Mister. You're amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. How did you find Prosecutor Winner? With some serious investigative magic, that's how. It was pure luck, actually, but never mind. Didn't even need our help, huh? That's not true. Thanks so much for joining in the search. Where did you look, by the way? Oh, this place a little away called the Sunshine Stadium. Do you know it? Sunshine State Coliseum. That's over by the harbor. Oh, yeah. That's where a bunch of things happened. There were a whole bunch of people there look for a big event. We thought it might be worth a look. You mean like a festival? Oh, that sounds fun. I wish I could have gone and checked it out.
Photographer girl too, huh? You think you're right?
So Saint, Regina, and Tabby. Well, one of those, or two of those three. Probably, maybe. Oh yeah, it was super fun. There were food stands and fireworks. Simon didn't like the crowds much, but hey, you don't have to tell them that. Alright, it's decided. When this case is finally over, we're all going to the festival together.
Probably Tabby and Regina.
Ah, gotcha. It's kind of lucky you found Prosecutor Winner so quickly. Lucky? In what way? We have to go practice soon for the show. You wouldn't have been able to help him for much longer anyway.
I see. I'm sorry to have kept you from your duties at the circus.
Oh no, it's nothing to worry about, really. We're glad to help. I'll do anything if it helps make sure they don't arrest me again. You really helped me out by finding him. I'm so relieved. Of course, just because they found him, that doesn't mean they'll find Warden Lagarde guilty. What? You mean they might still throw me back in jail? No, I can't go back, I can't. Come on, Kay. Do you really have to torment the poor boy? The boy.
Do you want it on a all young woman collective?
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, Saint Bro. You're out. You're out! Can I do a thing, by the way, guys, super quick? Our bro here said something very interesting. Exploding sound. Festival. Mr. Saint, you mentioned fireworks before. Huh? Fireworks? Yes, at the event at the Coliseum. Were they setting them off even during daylight hours? Oh yeah, a bunch went off while we were there. What are you thinking, Mr. Edgeworth? The loud bang we heard. What if that was the firework? Huh? Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you to at least trying to jerk me down. That'll be half the fun. Heh. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly.
Bang.
For the bang to be clearly audible over the telephone, it must have been pretty loud. Which means fireworks, which means the Coliseum, so the kidnapper was near there, right? Ha ha ha. But how near? If the fireworks were that loud, you could probably hear them from pretty far away. Yes, the area we need to search would be too broad to even consider doing it ourselves. But if the police were to lend a hand... Alright, hi. Me and all my friends went out looking. Ah, but you beat us to it. No fair. Her friends? I guess she means the animals. Today's the first public performance of your new show, correct? Yep, it sure is. We practiced so hard for this one. We? So Mr. Saint will be performing too? Of course! He practiced harder than anybody, even if he did spend the whole time saying, no. He even went up in the balloon to spread the whole word from the sky. So you have to come and see him perform, okay? It will mean so much to him. Of course, assuming we can solve this case before then. What about your animals? Your aminals? Did you say that you enlisted the help of the animals in your search? Yep, and if it had been Azia and Regent, we might have found something. But Simeon, the big scaredy cat, was all, no, 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 and put a stop to that. So boring. If it weren't for Mr. Saint, the whole town would probably be in an uproar right now. Oh, come on, Simeon, why would you do that? Setting the whole circus loose on the city would have been super fun. I'm sorry to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Why are you apologizing to me? I'm the one person who didn't say anything. Well, in we go. So Sean walked off in this direction, huh? It would seem so, yes. Perhaps we'll find some clues here as to his current whereabouts. Must score and inspect the things and do the things. The trash is collected at 11 a.m. Guess that's why the enclosure is empty. There was a ton of stuff here earlier. Big stuff, too. Today must be the day they take the big stuff away. Yeah, sure looked that way. Bet the big squisher machine squished it all up good anyhow. They don't do that with the larger items. They just take them away as they are. They do, huh? How do you even know that, sir? Wait, Mr. Fender's pretty keen for you to join him, right? I bet he sent you in some kind of pamphlet on how to throw your stuff away for when you move office. You're spookily insightful sometimes, Kay, but only sometimes. Oh, it's a psyche lock. So they keep it locked up tight, huh? I guess they don't want non-residents disposing of their trash here. I see some milk. This milk carton. That's the same brand Sean drinks. Something happened to him here, I'm almost certain of it. Based on what we've seen and what Detective Gumshoe told us, I think there's a strong possibility that Sean was abducted from the garbage disposal area. Yeah, it's kind of out of the way of prying eyes, huh? But why would Sean even come here in the first place? I imagine he must have had something to dispose of. But the truck's already come and gone. Guess we'll never know when that something was now. Well, well, well. And I think that's that. Who do you guys think did it? Who is the kidnapper and the big mastermind behind this whole case? Vehicle activity. Garbage disposal, maybe. Only 2 vehicles came through here this morning, the taxi and a blue truck. And Eustace was taken away in the taxi. Right. Well, it seems that Sean was likely abducted from the garbage disposal area, and if the garbage was collected at 11 a.m. Oh, I get it. Now we know what kind of truck it was. Indeed, it must have been the garbage truck, but the police officer who told us about it didn't describe it as such. He only mentioned the fact that it was blue. Heh, some cop he was. How did he not even notice it was one of those cool trash squishing machines? Because it wasn't. Today isn't a regular garbage day. It's the day they collect larger items, for which they would have used a specialized garbage truck, just a regular truck like any other. But it was a garbage truck nonetheless. And where do garbage trucks go? To the dump, right? Wait a second. So you're saying the kidnapper disguised themselves as a trash collector? But then the truck would probably have been fake too, right? So maybe you didn't go to the dump. No, I'm more reasonably sure the garbage truck was real. The garbage truck. Yeah? How do you figure that? No idea. Anyone else have any ideas? Among the groups of people here? Was it the boy? And for all we know, there's even more people here that we have yet to be seen. Is it Shelley the Killer? Another look at the garbage disposal area should tell us. What tells us that the garbage truck must have been real? Aw, crap. I don't know. I don't know. The daily garbage thing? Or the milk thing on the ground? Well, there's only 3 options, guys. What tells us that the garbage truck must have been real? Which garbage truck, though, is he talking about? I have no idea. So, to the guide I go, guys. This came out of the blue. That's kind of not fair.
It would be cool if I could save at these parts again, or save whenever we wanted to. But we cannot, so fudge it. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Did that. Investigate. Investigate. Deduce. The lock, I guess. I think. Yeah.
Take that!
The garbage, the lock maybe? The garbage disposal area is kept locked.
Oh yeah, so only a real garbage collector in a real garbage truck could have opened it.
Precisely. The garbage trunk can't have been a fake. Alright, let me get back in me chat room, ladies and gentlemen.
Garbage truck can't have been a fake. Perhaps whoever abducted Sean put him in a large cardboard box that they prepared for the job. Now mix it in amongst all the other oversized items, and the garbage collector would have taken it away, no questions asked. Exactly, allowing the kidnapper to await the truck's arrival at the garbage processing facility. They could then claim to have thrown the box away by mistake and then collect it without incident. Alright, so where do they take the garbage after it leaves here? Alright, now I better save. Just in case
The game says the lock can only be opened by the real deal.
Yeah, I did not know. Let's see. Looks like we have two possibilities. But which of the garbage processing facilities was Sean taken to? Have we found anything that might serve as a clue? Garbage facilities near the Coliseum, maybe. Watch it not work. So based on the loud bang we heard on the phone call, we know that the kidnapper was somewhere in the vicinity of Sunshine Coliseum. And one of the garbage facilities is right by there too. I think it's likely that's where Sean was taken, which means the kidnapper must be holding him somewhere near there. Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Could I ask you and your men to search the area around the garbage facility? It's not like you to ask, sir. Feels a little flat if I'm being totally honest. Why don't you give me a good old-fashioned order, huh? Like you used to. You don't mind? Even though I'm not a prosecutor anymore? I thought I told you already. A detective investigates for himself, not just for prosecutors. Thank you. Yay! Mr. Edgeworth, we're almost out of time. You're right, need to hurry. I doubt Judge Gavelle and the others can hold out much longer. I'm counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. Won't let you down, sir. It won't be an official search, but I'll put my best guys on it. You can count on that. I'm coming too, Gummy. I promise I'll snatch Sean from the jaws of danger, and that's just what I'm going to do. Head back to the courthouse. Who knows? I might be able to drag proceedings out just a little longer. All right, with me, everybody, even in the depths of night. Gah, it's already striking 2. There isn't a moment to lose. Yes, sir. But I didn't finish. When no other bird dares to take flight. We found the murderer. It was, the person on Saint's, back. It was the monkey. Well, well, if it isn't our old friend ex-prosecutor Edgeworth. Hello, dear boy. Excelsius winner. The accused will turn and face the prosecution. I'm not done with you yet. I already told you, Francisca. It doesn't make sense. Why would I help her?
Can we not see this guy anymore?
He's already very high on the kill this man list. I feel for her, of course. A woman in her prime sent to prison. It's enough to make a grown man cry. But to suppress evidence in order to keep her out of a jail cell? No, that's preposterous. But we have a statement from your own son. He says he entrusted the evidence to your care. I'm afraid I don't know what he's talking about.
So, should he have a lighter, guys? Should he have one at all? Also, didn't he burn his beard off in the last case? Why does he have another one? Or why he'd say such a thing? I don't know what's gotten into him lately. What if I could prove that you and Warden Lagarde are much more closely associated than you claim? I'm sorry, prove? I think we've been over this, dear boy. You're an ex-prosecutor, remember? Are you even allowed in this part of the courtroom anymore? Miles Edgeworth, I'm the one prosecuting this case. What are you thinking, barging in like this? I'm sorry, Franziska, but it's important. May I speak on behalf of the prosecution just briefly? What are you doing? Judge Cavell, I come before the court with important new evidence. I ask that you allow me to present it. Absolutely not. He should not have that in here. But here we go. He has it. Oh. Have you lost your mind, dear boy? There's no way this can be allowed. Well, the defense hopes you'll let him, G. Just saying. What's the thinking over at the prosecution side there, Fandango? Fine. The prosecution has no objections. Your objections are neither here nor there. This isn't a democracy. It's a courtroom. And this is flagrant contempt. Isn't that right, Verity? No. As long as Sean's still missing, she'll still feel she has no choice but to go along with whatever Winner wants. If only there was some way of telling her she might be found at any moment. Judge Cavell, I will ask only this, that you trust in me, and in my assistant, just once. Speaking of which, where is Kay Faraday? She's currently searching for the most important piece of evidence of all. Must be fake. Fake, oh geez, look at that lighter. That's definitely would not be allowed. Nonsense, there's no more evidence to be found. You're just stalling for time. The most important piece of evidence of all, eh? Hey, gee. I don't know what this evidence is, but maybe we should trust in Miles's little pal. What do you say? I mean, I say little pal, but she's way more than that. She's the one and only great thief Yatagarasu. It seems Fender has sensed what I'm getting at least. Judge Cavell, the evidence I'm talking about, we're almost certain we know where it is. Kay is only moments away from snatching it from the jaws of danger. Very well. This is highly irregular, but I will allow it. You have my thanks. Have you all gone completely mad? You said you had important new evidence. Evidence of what exactly? Just what I said, that Warden Lagarde and Chairman Winner are far better acquainted than he claims. Allow me to present it to you. Let's save it just in case. Are you saying this beard might be fake? Another fake beard? What proves the link? It's, the thing we just got, right?
Take that!
This document is a report regarding the interrogation of a certain someone. Oh yeah? And who might that be? The late Mr. Bronco Knight, and the interrogation was to be carried out by none other than Warden Lagarde. Wait, is that the interrogation where... Yes, where Knight was killed. This document shows Warden Lagarde planning the interrogation in which Mr. Knight was murdered. This is indeed important evidence. Miles Edgeworth, you referred to the document in question as a report. Would you care to elaborate? To whom was this report addressed? A very good question, Miss Von Karma. And the answer is the most important new revelation of all. You've recovered this document from a safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the big building. That's the storeroom where the lots for the underground auction were kept? It is. An auction, if you recall, that was presided over by one Excelsius Winner. And that is to whom the report in question was addressed. Do you still mean to insist that you and Warden Lagarde barely knew one another? I'll refrain from commenting on that matter, for the moment, if you don't mind. What? I don't believe it's been conclusively proven that I was the auctioneer yet, has I? Have you forgotten the events of this morning already? I think I proved the fact that fact more than adequately.
I'll admit defeat in that particular arena, yes, but that was not the courtroom. Can you prove the same thing here, my boy? That I was the ringleader, did you call it? If you can't, then, well, you certainly can't prove that the report was addressed to me. You won't wriggle your way out of this one. So unfair. Sniffle, tell them, Verity, please. I'm not being slippery at all. I'm being entirely reasonable, wouldn't you say? Unlike you, who when you permitted Mr. Edgeworth this bizarre interlude, that was most unlike you. It's saddening truly it is, to see you failing in your sacred duty to the law. Almost saddening enough to make me want to take drastic measures. No! Is he allowed to burn documents in court, by the way, guys? Doesn't seem at all legal. Works for the story, but doesn't seem legal. Yeah, a lot of this doesn't seem legal, to be honest. You're right, of course. Until a fact has been adequately proven in the courtroom, it cannot truly be considered a fact. Do you need me to answer that? Nah, probably not. I am afraid I have no choice but to ask that Mr. Edgeworth's theory be struck from the record. Arg, it's no good. She has to know for certain that Sean is safe. I'm sorry, my boy, but what counts as truth out in the field and in the courtroom are two different things. And you're more than willing to bend the truth in the courtroom. Is that what you're saying? Oh, you're a scurrilous soul? I'll do no such thing. I'll simply accept the court's verdict as the truth, should it choose to acquit me. Should you? If we can't find the missing evidence, we're in trouble here. Well, Verity, I think we've heard about all we need to do, don't you? There's no way that evidence is turning up, ever. A quick not guilty, and we can all go home.
Objection!
Oh? Was that the son? Who said that? Ho ho ho! Dad! Eustace. Sniffle. What are you doing here? Mr. Winter, what is the meaning of this? And where have you been? You can't just abandon your duties like that. I'm sorry. You are unfit to be a prosecutor. You are a complete and utter disgrace. Sniffle. Why, Eustace, why can't you not get it into your head? Sob. This is no place for an incompetent fool like you. Dad, I brought some vital evidence. So, can I please, take my place at this prosecutor's bench? Pretty please? Well, Eustace, this is certainly a surprise. Eustace, my boy, what's gotten into you? There's something different about you. What's going on? Dad, Come on, my boy, spit it out. What is it? Do you want Daddy to play catch with you? That's it, isn't it? Alright, why don't you run along home and I'll be with you soon. Get back on the stand right now! What's gotten into you, child? You're shaking like a leaf.
Objection!
Judge Gavel, the prosecutor in charge has arrived, along with important new evidence. This trial is far from over. Surely you can't call an end to proceedings just yet. No objections from Team Defense. Only wish we could have had our original team captain say that herself, though. The prosecution has no objections either. You think this farce is going to continue? There's no chance of that. None at all. Isn't that right, Verity? He still thinks he was successful in his bid to kidnap Sean, but we know different. Sadly, as long as the boy remains missing, nothing changes. Judge Gavel's hands are still tied. That sound! That's her cell phone. Huh? Mine is also ringing. Well, I'm getting a call too. Oh boy. Am I gonna like this, guys? Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Fender! We found Sean! We found Sean! Detective, you did it! The most important piece of evidence of all, huh? That's some stellar work, your great thiefness. Thanks, we just thought you should know right away. See you all soon. Well, there we go. Judge Cavell, it's for you. Hello? Yes, I understand. I'm so glad you're safe. Be sure to thank everybody properly. You'll do that for me, won't you? All right, be careful. I'll see you back at home. The proceedings will continue. I feel a certain freedom returning to my hammer arm. Grr, no. How? Is this some idiotic joke? It is no such thing. The witness will return to the stand, and Mr. Winner will step up to the prosecutor's bench. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, he's safe. The boy is safe at last.
Eustace Winner. Yeah? I leave matters in your hands. Huh? Facing down your own father. This won't be easy. I'll be looking on with interest. Don't disappoint me. Very well. Is the prosecution ready to proceed? Mr. Winner, you mentioned some evidence that you wish to present to the court. Yeah, so, the knife and the chisel. Whoa, you tracked down the missing murder majigs? Well, Mr. Winner, did you? About that, no, Sniffle, I couldn't find them. I searched everywhere, everywhere, but I was Sniffle. Too late. Too late? How so? I remembered something, Sniffle. I saw Dad in the garbage this morning. He was carrying something wrapped in newspaper. Where are you going, Dad? Oh, Eustace, I was, just on my way to throw out some trash. And then I heard this sniffle, this tinkling sound. Tinkling, huh? Let me guess. The bell from Mr. Canis's chisel? You mean to tell the court that you believe the witness disposed of the evidence? I tried, Sob. I tried my best, but I was too late. I'm Sniffle. Sorry. You said you looked everywhere. Everywhere where? Literally everywhere. Even went to the dump. I got down on my hands and knees and dug through the garbage. I figured that stuff had to be in there somewhere. Wait, that's Eustace? Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Wah! Rude. He totally ignored me. So that's what he was doing. And he even went so far as to search the dump. But, all I found was, this. And this is a little pungent for one thing. Yeah, you're a little on the ripe side yourself, kiddo. I can smell you from here. What do you expect? And the knife? It's probably somewhere in among all that trash, but there was too much to go through on my own. Very well. The court will accept the item you have presented into evidence. Oh, you have really outdone yourself, Eustace. You never fail to disappoint, my dear boy. You dug through rotting garbage with your bare hands, and that's all you have to show for it? Ha! Nah. Ah, you drive me to tears. Really, you do. Might be a little too soon to turn on the waterworks just yet, Dad. Let's take a closer look first. If you wish to waste your time, be my guest. Hey, Eustace Smiles, do the devastatingly handsome old defense attorney a favor, will you? Hit this guy full in the face with the truth. It seems Fender's on board. Good. Let's see if we can't find an opening. Mr. Winner, could you show me the piece of evidence you found? Sure. Alright. Looks like a piece of crap. And there's an H on it. Let's open it up, shall we? We can only hope that there's something of value inside. Could this be the bell that was on Mr. Canis's chisel? Perhaps there's some trace evidence that can prove that one way or the other. It's no good. Look at it. It's spotless. Well, Mr. Winner, do tell. Was there anything interesting inside your little scrap of paper? Arg! Of course there wasn't. Why would there be? Why was it even accepted into evidence? It's literally a piece of trash. Sorry, gentlemen, but the truth hurts. Were Eustace's efforts for nothing? It's true the bell may not be of much use to us as evidence. Nonetheless, come on, Edgeworth, we can't give up yet. As calm and collected as ever, I see. Miles, like my poor idiot's son there. Are we to assume that the prosecution has nothing more to say on the matter? Very well.
Objection!
Not so fast, Gavel. We're not done yet. There's one thing we still haven't looked into, we haven't looked at properly. Really, my boy? You want us to believe there's more? Desperation is never a good look, you know. It seems Eustace isn't quite ready to give up just yet, and for once I think we're both thinking the same thing. Namely, that we might not necessarily be dealing with a useless piece of trash. We can know for sure without looking more closely, but... I'm right, we're talking about... I did see an H on the newspaper. So... I'm talking about the piece of newspaper the bell was wrapped in. Seems we really were thinking the same thing. Ah, it's beautiful, really it is, Sniffle. Tear-jerkingly so. Some might call it heroic optimism, some might call it clutching at straws, but whatever one calls it, to put all one's faith in a worthless piece of garbage, that takes belief. Heh, let's take a closer look and see if it's as worthless as you say, shall we? Eustace, if you'd be so kind. The hand. Oh, it says death. Are these finger marks? And look, it's covered in some sort of oil. Judge Gavel, I'd like to have this examined for fingerprints. Could I request that you call on somebody from forensics? Very well. Summon the tactician right away. Is it the tactician? No, it's a random tactician. Now the results, Your Honor. It's been confirmed that these are finger marks. Unfortunately, it looks as if they were made by somebody wearing gloves. No! Oh dear. Well, that doesn't give you very much in the way of evidence, does it? But I suppose it makes sense if you think about it. After all, this was important evidence. And what kind of idiot would handle something like that without gloves on? Oh, that's right. The kind that would flail about desperately like you, my boy. Well, way to talk to your kid, Super Dad. I'm really calling a spade, or in this case, an idiot. Real winners know how to keep their emotions out of things. And take no pity on the weak and the foolish, including their own ineffective offspring. Dad, I... Can this guy get any higher on the kill this man list at this point? I mean, probably, but... Man, I... You spent the last who knows how long proclaiming yourself to be a prize-winning prosecutor, but thanks to my little pep talk this morning, you finally know exactly how those prizes were won. It was all thanks to me. Thanks to the power I wield. You never stood on your own 2 feet. You've always been coddled. First by me, then by Verity. Dad, sob. Oh, dry your garbage-smelling tears. Hang on a minute. Garbage-smelling? Not that its stench doesn't suit you. Even if it does make me, Sniffle, turn up my nose in disgust.
Objection!
I think you'd have to do something you can't say on Twitch.
Yeah,
That would do it. I probably know what you're thinking, too.
no, you're wrong. I am, my boy. What's wrong? Wrong about what? I'm not the one that smells. You are. What did you say? Yeah, you smell, and you don't even realize it. You couldn't hide it even if you wanted to. Edgeworth, take a sniff right there where the finger marks are. You want me to smell it? Is that oil? Yep, and I know where it came from. Wait, I know it from somewhere too. It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Winter Senior must be something of a motorhead. That odor tells us something important. It tells us exactly who threw this piece of evidence away. But I guess my dad's right. I guess I'll never be a real winner. I'll never be able to keep my emotions out of things. And I'll never, Sniffle, be able to stand up to him, no matter what he's done. Eustace. Be strong, Eustace. Remember what you told me. You said you were going to be different from your father, a different kind of prosecutor. And you are a prosecutor. We both are. That's why we're standing here in this courtroom. A prosecutor's highest responsibility is to the truth, to see that it comes to light no matter what. We expose crimes and we see that their perpetrators are punished, no matter who they may be. So if you truly mean to continue on as a prosecutor, you know what you have to do.
The mechanical gloves?
Yeah, it might be, the gloves might be the same too. I made you a promise. I said that if you could summon the courage to help find your feet again, I'd help you. This isn't something you should have to do alone. I'm here. I'm right beside you. Thanks, Edgeworth. You're right. Those finger marks tied my dad to this crime. We just need to show everybody how.
What Hedgewolf just said. By the way, Hedgewolf, your username sounds like Edgeworth. Hedgewolf Edgeworth. Coincidence?
Take that!
The smell you pointed out to me, Eustace. It's the smell of engine oil, isn't it? Motorcycle oil, even. Yep, and we both smelled it before in the same place. Yes, in Chairman Winner's garage. What's more, these finger marks feature some distinctive patterns, don't they? Oh, I didn't even see that on the gloves. The outlines of the letters D, E, A, T, and H, the same letters that appear on the fingers of these gloves. Oh ho ho, gloves that can be bought in any store. How does that prove anything, dear boy? How indeed. It's not the only thing that connects your gloves to the piece of paid newspaper we found. Okay, let's save it. Let's look again at the scrap of paper that the bell was wrapped in, and compare it to the gloves we found in Chairman Winner's garage. There's a feature that undeniably connects the two. Here maybe? Where there's no crap?
Take that!
This right here that connects the two pieces of evidence without a shadow of a doubt. It does? Are you sure, dear boy? I can't see that I see the connection myself. Well, luckily you don't need to see it. Edgeworth, I can't see it either. No, did I pick the wrong part? Yeah, probably. Something here that matches these gloves, and only these gloves there has to be. Yeah, the crap. The crap that wasn't there. The shards or whatever? The shardses?
Take that!
You never even seen it when you chose your name?
Interesting. Maybe the messed up A?
Take that!
Okay, it's the messed up A.
Alright, we got him, guys. We got the murderer. The murderer. Yep, I know. There's a feature that undeniably connects the two. The effed up A. Look at the letter A on the finger. Half of it is missing, exactly as it is in the print on the newspaper. What? I would also like to draw the court's attention to the dirt the gloves are covered in. I think it might be worth having its composition compared to that of the dirt in the newspaper. A match would make for even stronger evidence that the print was made by Chairman Winter's gloves. Officer, have the dirt on these 2 pieces of evidence compared right away.
Grrr! Curse you, Edgeworth, and you, Eustace! Who do you think you are? You're nothing but mere prosecutors.
Sorry, Dad. I think it's time you admitted defeat. You suppressed vital evidence, and we just proved that in a court of law. And you did it to try and protect the defendant.
What? Do you think you're going to be able to make that stick? You think they'll send me to prison? Me? You think you'll be the one to finally take me down? You're a fool, child. A fool!
Just give it up, Dad. Admit what you did.
You think you'll stand a chance without me around? You won't last 5 minutes.
You know what? I think I might be okay. All I ever wanted was to become a prosecutor, to make you proud. But after your men kidnapped me, and I was lying there in the dark all on my own, I got to thinking how powerless I was in all of this because of you. I almost gave up. I almost lost sight of the truth. But then Edgeworth appeared out of nowhere and showed me a way forward. I don't need your approval anymore, and I don't need you. After all, I found that evidence on my own, didn't I?
My men kidnapped you? What are you talking about?
I guess the courtroom is as good a place as any to tell you the truth, Dad.
Be careful what you say to me, boy. You may live to regret it. You're a fool, Eustace, and you always will be.
I know you've hated me for as long as I can remember, but I want you to know that despite it all, I've always looked up to you as my dad. Thanks for everything, Excelsius. And goodbye.
You? When did you? You need me, dang it. You can't possibly survive without me. Eustace!
Yay! The court hereby accepts that the vital evidence in the case was suppressed by Chairman Winter. That crime will be tried and an appropriate punishment decided at a future date. But for now, we must turn to the matter of the knife and the chisel, which still have not yet been found. However, I believe a full search of the garbage facility may well remedy that. What? You're going to dig through all that trash for the knife, darling? But then... Heh, don't worry, Warden Lagarde. I'm sure your punishment won't be too unpleasant. Oh, you devil! Punished? Moi? Impossible! Excelsius, you blithering buffoon! What did you do? What did you do? All your swaggering bluster about how they'd never declare me guilty, and now this? You were the one I went to after they arrested me, because you made me believe I could trust you. And now, not only did you kidnap a child to try and help me, it didn't even work. Idiot! Winter's cowlick forming a question mark is kind of appropriate. It is. I love that. You, feckless, useless idiot of a man! An unsightly outburst, to say the least. But an informative one, too, wouldn't you agree, Eustace? Yeah, she really let some juicy info slip there, right? She did, right? Yes, she did. We really need to work on your confidence. Very well. Then it seems we may be able to bring these proceedings to an end at last.
Oh. What?
Huh? Who's that?
Oh boy.
Is Lang about to drop a bombshell on us again? Just like in the last game?
Sorry, Judge Gavel. Your happy ending will have to wait. Lang Zi says, the end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter.
Who are you?
Just a lowly lone wolf investigator by the name of Shi Long Lang.
And you have some sort of objection to these proceedings, I take it?
Ah, not really. Your suspect over there is guilty for sure. Guiltier than you know.
Lang? Like the Lang from 12 years ago?
Yep. Good to see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Even if it did take a while for you to get what was coming to you. Agent Lang, explain yourself. Are you familiar with the SS5 incident? I certainly am. It happened 12 years back.
Wait, 12 years? Which one was that one? SS5?
Look, a lot happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person. Now he doesn't trust the police one bit.
I wonder what happened 12 years ago.
Odd to have him show up again since he hasn't been important to events.
I think he is now.
Could this all be connected to Agent Lang's father and his relationship with the president somehow?
Fifi Lagarde and Excelsius winner. In the flesh. I've waited a long time for this day. After all, you're the ones who threw my family names into the dirt.
Eek! Are we to assume that you have some personal connection to the incident in question?
I do, but I'm not here to talk about the past, not yet anyhow. Right now I'm here for you, Cavell.
Me?
You and one other person.
Oh,
the boy.
And he looks even more like a cow now. Sean!
You're both under arrest. On suspicion of having conspired to murder Di Junwang, the president of Zhangfa.
Welp! Yes, he did. He just threw a bombshell. Where's your evidence, Agent Lang?
All in good time, Mr. Prosecutor. We haven't even started our investigation yet. I want my suspects on the scene with me while I look everything over again.
What have you uncovered, Agent Lang? I need to know.
If you've got a problem, you're more than welcome to tag along. Oh, believe me, I will.
For someone who was kidnapped, he doesn't really give a crap, huh?
Sean the Minotaur Fen.
Is that the pen?
Is that the pun, rather? Sean the Minotaur Fen. It just gets more and more complicated.
Oh, yeah. That's the Phoenix Wright games for ya.
The end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter. We certainly haven't come anywhere close to solving the mystery of the president's murder, or uncovering the truth behind these so-called monster sightings. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Heh, not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly.
He just looks like a Minotaur, so you called him out like a wrestler.
Oh, I got you. Sean the Minotaur Fen. Or figuring out who that was on the phone. Yet I'd say the matter is far from over yet. The end. I beat the game, guys. Yay! No, I didn't. Beginning. It still says beginning, too. Could you maybe calm down a little? Calm down? No way, Jose. Not until y'all come clean. It's for your own good, dang it. Our intrepid reporters refuse to give up even in the face of repeated stonewalling from the crew. Look, you ladies need to stop harassing these people, or I'll have to ask you to... You cops sure got a lot of nerve. Y'all are the ones who let the Taurosaurus run wild. Hoping to hide the fact that they bred this menace themselves, the stiff cling desperately to their story. Look, we're really not breeding anything. This is a movie set. Says the gal who told me she done seen Gordy with her own danged eyes. I saw something, but that doesn't mean we're keeping monsters here. Good job. Thanks.
Feels good. Alright, break it up.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. And Sean. Y'all are on the trail of this here monster infestation too, huh?
No, we're on the trail of a criminal. Lang Zi says, the darkness of a criminal's heart can sometimes be compared to a monster. That is to say, the killer is no different from a monster, really.
Officer Lang, this is highly irregular, sir. We can't allow members of the public onto the crime scene.
These people are important witnesses. I need them to be here.
Well, Agent Lang, here we are. Where do you intend to begin?
Let's start by summing up the facts. President Wang's body was discovered here this morning. He hasn't been seen since the night before last. Yes, he slipped off without his bodyguards noticing, if I remember correctly, so he was missing for over a day. And the last person to see him alive was you, Judge Gavel, on the roof of the big building. Why did the two of you arrange to meet?
I'm sorry, but I can't say.
Not even to defend yourself from an accusation of murder?
Why? Why can't you just tell us? Please, Judge Gavel, we're trying to help you.
Heh, she can't say because she'll only incriminate herself more. I knew you had something to do with the president's murder, and I'm going to prove it.
Everyone just seems to breathe a sigh of relief at this point when Edgy shows up.
Yep. Except now things are, tense again. You said yourself that the body was only found this morning. How do you explain the time that passed between Judge Gavel's meeting with the president and then? That's exactly what I'm hoping we're about to find out. I'm particularly interested in what happened last night. So why don't you tell us exactly how it all went down? Sean Fenn!
Me?
We know you were here on the set last night.
You were Sean?
We have testimony from the woman over there and forensics evidence from the footprints that proves it.
You came back to run your lines, right?
What? You were spying on me?
I'm sorry. I was just making sure you were okay. It was late. I was worried about you.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't need you to worry about me. Sean, that's no way to talk to an adult. She was trying to look out for you. Apologize this instant. Sorry. I've told you before, I won't have you speaking to people that way.
Wow, this is a whole new Judge Gavel.
Mom mode.
It seems she's just as strict with her son as she is with those who break the law.
Are you listening to me? If I have told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. You must. And I want you to remember that, alright? Can we get on with the investigation now?
Oh, of course. Forgive me. I don't think I've ever seen her so passionate about anything. I guess Judge Gavel's the mother who will take a little getting used to. Are we to understand that you're accusing Sean of being involved somehow, Agent Lang?
Just want the truth. I need to know why the president was killed. And by who, and I don't care what it takes. I'm going to find out.
I guess it makes sense for him to be so determined. The president was practically family to him. Alright, Sean, perhaps you could tell us what happened last night.
Fine by me. I've got nothing to hide. Ho ho ho. Cross-examining a kid. Had a bad day today. Messed up a couple of takes. We were scheduled to shoot the same scene again today. So I thought I'd put in some extra practice. That's what I did. It's that simple. It's not like I haven't done it before. It was fine. Nothing happened.
Why does his milk carton sweat too? Condensation maybe?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe a condensation. Or it's alive. Like everything else that we're cross-examining.
You've been rehearsing late at night again? But when I called you yesterday evening, Sean, you said you were at the hotel.
You called him? Around what time?
It must have been 11 p.m. or thereabouts. It's one of our rules. When Sean stays away from home, we have to speak every night.
Yeah, well, I wasn't at the hotel. I was here on set.
So you lied to me. Sorry. Oh, now she's mad. I think it's kind of amazing how hard he wants to work on his acting, though. Nonetheless, a parent can't help but worry. Her child alone, late at night, anything could happen to him. And indeed it did. He got himself entangled in this case. But he said nothing happened, right? He did, although I can't help but wonder if he was telling the truth.
Well, guys, I would cross-examine the boy now, but I'm looking at the time, and it is time to go. This case is getting crazier and crazier, guys. I don't think we'll beat it the next time I stream this, but probably the stream after that. But I'm gonna call the stream here, everyone. Thank you all so much for stopping by. And maybe we'll figure out who the real murderer is next time. And then the stream after that will be us catching him. Oh, who could it be? No idea at this point. But take care, guys. Love you all. I'll see all of you on the tomorrows. Bye-bye.